Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, free agency begins tomorrow, but the rumors and the work have already begun. The Charlotte Hornets continue to shed aged talent as they've now sent Miles Bridges to the Phoenix Suns, along with a 2029 first-round pick and a 2027 second-round pick for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2033 first-rounder. In the World Cup, the knockout round began with a bang as Canada advanced to the round of 16 with a 1-0 win over South Africa. They did it late in the 95th minute. We have 3 games today: Brazil, Japan, Germany, Paraguay, and the Netherlands at Morocco. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, gather round, huddle up. We got a lot to talk about. It's the Morning Huddle here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Rob, alone in the studio today, but not alone. AJ out today floating a river someplace in Central Texas.
Still?
Oh, I guess the flow's good. I hope they retrieved him after he passed out in his tube late on a Sunday evening.
Did they find him?
That's Victor Brown. You can hear him on the other side. Hey, we got brand new cameras in our studio.
Yeah,
so it'd be an
finally.
extraordinary day to tune in and see me in 4K.
Right?
Pick out the whiteheads I've got.
Man.
Age spots, bruises.
Looks clear.
Yeah, man, that's pretty spectacular. Go to our YouTube feed. We got we're high tech now. It's funny how our cameras are now like a third the size of the other ones.
Oh, I know.
These are the kind of cameras you hide in your Airbnb.
It's about the size of a old AirPod.
Yeah,
It's real tiny.
These are the kind you, like I said, you hide in your Airbnb. You put it under you put it in the bathroom. You do. Go down on that dark web, wherever
Is
that
that where we got these?
All I know. I got this and a couple of VHS tapes. I haven't opened those yet.
Yeah, no, they're beta actually.
So everybody, weekend good and good on a Friday, on a Monday before a Friday, July the 4th. You know, there's a lot of unproductive weeks in the United States during the calendar year. And this is one. Only thing people are doing this week is planning their barbecue and where they're going to be on Friday morning, and ordering stuff off Amazon. That's the national pastime right now. Our Prime Days are still hitting, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact,
man,
you reminded me.
Yeah, everybody, if you haven't, if you're low on weird batteries, you need some kind of bizarro thing that you've been just not wanting to go buy. Now's the time to go do it. We arrived. I was out of town this weekend, headed up to Dallas for I've come to find this out. That was cool. Right. If you were watching, we did some camera work hijinks.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do that?
No.
What just happened?
It's automatic.
It just faded away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm way back here if you need me. I took the drive up 35 to it is my grand nephew. And I had his second birthday, which grand nephew just sounds dumb. It's my niece's son. So
Okay, there we go. That's better.
So what?
Oh, no. Go
Oh,
ahead,
the camera?
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you think that's better? I guess it is. We get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The birthday. Are you not doing that? That's pretty cool.
Okay, that one I did.
Okay, I'm glad we can control that. The drive up and back from 35, involving with the grandnephew's birthday, and a little insight into my family. This my niece, my wife's sister's daughter. They're North Dallas types. They grew up on the hard Scrabble streets of Brookhaven Country Club. And Stephanie, my niece, has married a Mexican family. Oh, yeah. So we had us a second birthday party on Saturday, and there were Tios and Tias for days.
Man, what beer did y'all drink?
Tecate, baby.
Really?
Oh, lots and lots of Tecate. They, well, after about the sixth one, it's not so bad. No, I like tecate actually, but yeah, it's a cross pollination of of North Dallas cultures.
Oh my God. Well, you're still in Texas.
Well, no, dude, I'm accustomed to this stuff. I roll in knowing exactly what to expect. I know this party's going to go on for a good 16 hours.
Oh, okay.
I knew, you just know those second birthdays with all the uncles, they're going to go late. And it did.
Yeah, it usually just kind of blends in with breakfast.
Oh, it just,
You know,
when I heard
it
that
never stops.
this 2-year-old's birthday party didn't start until 4, oh, Lord. This is going to be a good one.
Oh, they were drinking since.
Oh, well, I mean, they were cooking in the back. Barbacoa. She married into a family that owns a restaurant.
Okay.
So the food was extraordinary.
Oh, I bet.
But lots of folks, good weekend. We're going to talk about this up and down 35. World Cup action kicking in last night. I didn't see the good stuff. The 95th minute, Canada takes down the South Africans. And the World Cup knockout stage began. Didn't see any of it. I don't really care. But what the World Cup has done to specific parts of our great state, it's a shame.
Oh, yeah, what happened? You were started telling me this morning.
Well, Buc-ee's is ruined. Buc-ee's is done. You just, you know how there's a restaurant that opens and, we all know that Buc-ee's has been popular. It has been for years. Now, dude, my wife and I, and God bless her, will only use the Buc-ee's bathrooms because she knows they're clean. Now, you had to wait for it, but they're always clean. So, we have to stop there because that's where she will go. Even though the line is like 1,000 deep, it seems to move pretty fast. But we have to stop there. And, I'm used to a busy Buc-ee's. Post-World Cup Buc-ee's is shoulder-to-shoulder Bumpkinville. I don't know where these people come from. Are they all from? Where are they from? Because these aren't Argentinians. These are Americans, I think.
Let's see. They would be closer to who's playing.
My God, are the
like
people
Houston.
that are in Buc-ee's in the cars next to me doing 80? The same people that I'm standing next to in Buc-ee's with one eye barefooted over. I walked into a Buc-ee's yesterday in Temple, Texas. And I walk, if you go into a Buc-ee's and they have the side doors, if you go on one side, normally if you're facing the Buc-ee's on the left side, you'll walk in through kind of like the department store side where you can buy all things Buc-ee's.
Okay.
I look over to my left, and there is, I'm being kind if I say 300 pounds. I'm going to say 400 pounds. 350, pushing 4 bills. Woman standing there modeling a bathing suit in front of her kids. A Buc-ee's bathing suit. Where does she put it on?
Do they have fitting rooms?
I don't know. Or did she arrive like that? Did she go in like that? She looked like a superhero, like she was made out of rocks, just stacked boulders on top. That was just as you walked into the Buc-ee's yesterday, and after that you couldn't walk. It was shoulder to shoulder. It is a nightmare. They've ruined it. I don't know when I'm going to go back. The meat on the board stuff. No, we need the World Cup to kind of die down just a little bit. And now I guess they realize that they're opening another one in San Marcos. Well, not uh-oh. It just tells us there's something about that place that attracts. If you live in the hills, Buc-ee's has now become the mall.
Oh yeah.
I think it is. I think there's people hanging out in there.
Man, I spent $200 in Buc-ee's easy.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
But you only spend $200 once, right?
Yeah. Well, I bought a lot of jerky.
Well, I mean the jerky, but I thought you were talking about the gear, like the Buc-ee's shirt or the.
No, we bought one shirt for my wife and a bunch of jerky.
Well, they do got the jerky.
And then we spent $200, and we're walking to the car. I'm like, man, we didn't get gas. Dang it! So.
Well, I heard that
$250 at Buc-ee's.
I didn't get gas at Buc-ee's either because they're standing 3 deep.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean it's impossible to even get if you have to drive around on a place on the side of the road when you're trying to get someplace else. What's the point? Buc-ee's is not the destination for me. It's not even part of the journey. I give me what I want in and out fast, and it used to be that. Not anymore. Not anymore. You can't build enough Buc-ee's now. The cult has ruined it. World Cup ruined it. And by the way, I was up in Dallas during World Cup, right in that area. Holy cow, the Argentinians are thick. There's a lot of light blue roaming around Dallas-Fort Worth. It was nuts. So we got that. It's a trade deadline. I keep calling it that. Free agency starts tomorrow. I left town, and there were some things floating around. I come back. Can we talk about San Antonio's battered wife syndrome with Kawhi? Can people, if anybody out there
I don't know,
is advocating for a trade for Kawhi, you are so...
You're taking your ex back.
My God. Have some self-worth. Yes, he's still very good. Yes, he's coming off the best season he's had since they put a ring on his finger. But you don't want any of that. You can tell this is a bunch of young kids that don't remember this. When he was hiding out in Brooklyn and running out the back door and lying about his quad and trying to malinger his way out of San Antonio and just smashing this franchise's future for 8 years. That guy, one guy.
I remember that. Yeah, we don't forget.
Well, evidently the North is forgotten. What the hell did I see all weekend? Y'all just need to take a deep breath and realize sometimes just because it looks good, it ain't good for you. Now, there are some things that are good for us. There is the possibility of a Rui Hachimura, which I think is legitimate. Lots of other guys floating around. Jaylen Brown is going to wear a different uniform, and over the weekend, yeah, he let the stress show just a little bit. Blew up Bobby Marks. We're going to look into the possibility of where he might land. There was another deal yesterday. The Charlotte Hornets are I think the rule now in Charlotte is if you have a tattoo, you can't play. You got to go. They just, over the last 8 days, Charlotte has shed 2 cornerstone players in different deals, but they're 2. And Miles was the longest serving Hornet. He's now a Phoenix Sun. We're going to continue looking at the NBA World Cup and all the things fun around the earth. We're going to have a good time today. Do a couple things for me as I sit here alone. Remember this phone number, 656-3776. We're opening up the phone lines. You got anything to say at all, we will certainly talk about it today. It's a mellow Monday. I'll be giving away a $50 gift card. We got other giveaways. We got Vic. We got Rambler. And we got 4 hours to talk about it. Hang around with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the Morning Huddle. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay right now is on the northeast side through Schertz. We've got some road work set up at 35 southbound Schertz Parkway to Evans. 2 right lanes are blocked. It's about a 20-minute delay, slow from Fisher. I-10 eastbound, the off-ramp from La Cantera, we've got some road work, so that's what's blocking the exit ramp. And ongoing road work, I-10 upper level, westbound North Frio Street to just past Calabria. This has just the left lane open, so start moving over. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh. Comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Nobody builds a business without hearing a few reasons it won't work. Too risky, too crowded, too ambitious. But the people who move things forward usually hear those words first. Because growing a business takes more than optimism. It takes nerve, and eventually, a partner built for what's next. That's Next Rodeo. Big thinking, proven creative. For businesses still moving forward. Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want. Meet us at thenextrodeo.com.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Did you know America is turning 250 this year?
That's 250 candles on a cake.
And Mr. W Fireworks has the biggest selection to celebrate in style.
We're talking rockets, sparklers, fountains. So many fireworks.
And the prices?
The lowest anywhere, guaranteed.
No hidden fees, no price hikes, just real savings. Our family has been helping you celebrate since 1963.
So we know how to do birthdays right.
Find a location at MrWFireworks.com.
Mr. W Fireworks.
Hey, San Antonio, did you know your city has its own professional indoor football team? That's right, the San Antonio Gunslingers play pro football in Freeman Coliseum all spring and summer long. Fast-paced, hard-hitting action in the cool, comfortable indoor arena. No blazing Texas heat, just pure excitement. It's football the way it was meant to be, right here at home. Learn more, grab tickets, and follow online at SanAntonioGunslingers.com and on social media. The San Antonio Gunslingers, your indoor pro football team.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
Hey, Wes, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Well, first of all, I can't make my point without commenting on what you guys just said. Like, first of all, the giraffe is actually wandering around all the closed down Toys R Us stores, looking in wonderment as to what the hell happened.
So you think Gracie's looking to get laid by Jeffrey? Is Jeffrey still there? What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it brings back Toys R Us. I don't know. But secondly,
Right Home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hey, in 15 minutes or thereabouts, we'll dive directly into free agency. It's tomorrow evening, though the activity has begun. Spurs have the mid-level exception. There's a couple names possible. Rui Hachimura is top of a lot of lists, but there's others, and we'll look at that very closely in just a couple minutes. Also, Wimbledon's kicking off. Yay. I didn't even know. I'm looking over Vic's head, and I hate to say it, but is Serena wearing football pants?
No, that's her legs.
She looks like she's padded up.
Yeah. No, that's all natural.
That's all.
Man, look at that.
Oh.
Heck yeah, man.
Looks like she's got half the Penn State uniform on.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's back.
She's doing it though.
I won't pay any attention to this. Now the good news is, see, I get to use Wimbledon. Did you ever remember the movie Vacation?
Yeah.
When they were driving cross country and Chevy Chase and family arrive at Cousin Eddie's house in the middle of Kansas.
Yes.
and the son is with cousin Eddie's son, and they have a nudie magazines it's about 6 inches deep of nudie magazines, and the son said, "Hey, can I have one of these?" And his cousin said, "No, man, I use these."
Okay, yeah.
You ever bop your baloney? I use Wimbledon, not for that, unless I see football pants again. But I use that for nap inducement. It's like a video sleeping pill.
Oh, okay.
And then, if you want to have weird dreams, you put it on when a European player is going at it, and you get to hear the
grunt. Yeah, the grunt.
for 20 straight minutes. It's fun. That's why we love Wimbledon. It's the yelping. The drive from 35 from Dallas to San Antonio. Anybody who's had to make any frequent visitations outside of 1604 North on 35 knows the nightmare. And the nightmare for me is always that. But if you get past the nightmare, if you get through that little corridor of never-ending Mad Max-like into the world, just destruction and construction combined, you get to that open space known as the toll road that goes around Austin. That you head west, or you head east, exit off 35, and then you zoom by the Elon Musk gigantic Tesla headquarters. And then, you come back onto 35 right around Georgetown, just north of Georgetown. And you can uncork it, man. There are so many great benefits to living in Texas. And in the 8 o'clock hour, at 8:15, there's a poll out. We're going to talk about this. This is really cool. There's a group of smart types went out with clipboards and canvassed our country and said, what do you love about America in the year and 250 years of America? What do you love about our country today? And it's a really great list of things. And one of the great things about Texas is the toll road and our 80-mile-an-hour speed limit there. Some places, I believe it's 85. It is just one of those little respites of about 45, 50 miles of just, if you care for it, if it's in your DNA, if you like it, it's one of those few places apart from the wide open spaces of West Texas where you're just trying to get someplace before you burn up, where you can really uncork your car. And yesterday, man, I got 100 miles an hour. I did 100 miles an hour yesterday, and I wasn't alone. Not a cop for miles. Do you drive like that, Vic? If you could drive as fast as you could, would you?
Of course.
Legit. Like, if you could get just like, there ain't a speed limit. Just, mind the rules of the road. And, man, Texas, we're terrible at that. Get out of the left lane.
Oh, I'd do anything to drive on the Autobahn.
But just, we have that.
We have our own Autobahn.
Man, there wasn't a cop. I didn't see a cop on that stretch of road for, both ways, up and back.
What day was this? Sunday?
Well, going up on Friday, it was too crowded. I mean, you had to stay at about 80. You had to do the speed limit, but, that's moving. And that was on Friday after the show. So, no, I didn't expect to be able to do it going up. But coming back on a Sunday morning, I hit the streets about 9 o'clock Sunday morning and headed south. I was coming from almost to Denton.
Oh, okay.
So I had a good 5.5-hour drive. So it was wide open. I didn't have much of a problem once I got there. Not much traffic, and I'm just zooming along, pegged at about 90 because hey, it's 80, 85, and I got passed. I got passed by a little Porsche. And we proceeded, and we picked up a couple of others. I became a tow. Do you know what a tow is on the road? A tow is if you're driving down the road and you're in the right lane and somebody goes past you doing about 5-10 miles faster than you, you jump in behind them and you let them run cover. They're like your lead fullback.
Oh, yeah.
That's your tow.
I know what you're doing.
So you pick up a tow, and they're kind of you're running for cover. And if a cop is on the other side of the hill, they're going to pop them first, you hope, before they get you. So I used that little car as a tow, and then we became this. It was about 35 minutes of, thank God my wife's asleep, balls to the wall, driving. It was the most fun you can possibly have. knowing full well that once I got to the other side and hit 35, I had another Buc-ee's visit in front of me. So we ripped it up, man. Ripped it up. Now, my wife and I had this debate, and I want to ask, this is a phone line thing, 656-3776. My wife, and you've heard me talk about the way my wife drives. My wife is a left lane sitter, and in her mind, and we have had more than one argument. In fact, over the years, I've just dropped it. I don't even bring it up anymore. I just know that people on the highway want to shoot one of us when they pass us. Is that she believes that if she's already speeding, and if she's in the left lane, she doesn't have to move. That if you want to continue to speed faster than her, you got to go around her, which is a crime.
Right.
I think you should go to jail for it.
Yeah, you should move out of the way.
Just because you're speeding doesn't mean you get to regulate my speed. Get the hell out of the way.
So if you're going 90 and there's somebody wanting to
and
pass
she's
you,
doing 80,
yeah.
she's like, I'm doing 80. I'm speeding, so you just get behind me. We'll speed together, but at my speed, not yours.
Nope.
Well, no. It's awful, and I have to beg forgiveness. And the sad thing is, I'm normally I realize it's happening, and I realized 30 years ago this is how she drives. But I'm in the passenger seat, and I'm just kind of, on my phone or maybe even asleep, and I wake up, and the moment you see a car pass you on the right lane and you're in the left, there's a problem. Yeah. Why are you getting past anybody? And then you kind of side glance, and they're giving you the angry look. They're mad at you, at the car, and they're mad at me, and I'd just soon get over too. I hate it. And I just get the angry look, and I'm always like, honey, if the road rage happens and they start unloading, I'm the one that gets shot.
We are in Texas, man. You
So
got to be careful.
Get over. And my wife thinks I'm too aggressive. What do you think if you're in the left lane and somebody comes up behind you and flashes their brights behind you? Which is common, by the way. That's what you do in when we talk about we all want to drive on the Autobahn. That's kind of what you do. If you're coming up behind somebody and you're flashing the brights, the expectation is you're getting out of the way. I'm letting you know. Have you had that where somebody rolls up behind you and flashes the brights on you?
I'll move out of the way.
You'll move out. Do you get mad?
Usually in about 5 seconds, I have a road rage scenario happening where they come out with guns and I come out with my gun, and it's
we don't want to do that.
Right. So to avoid all of that, I just move out of the way.
Just move out of the way. It's nothing. You can get back in the lane. You don't have to stay in the other lane. Just get out of the way of the guy that's coming up behind you.
Yeah, because they're the ones who are gonna see if there's any cops ahead.
Exactly. I'll be your tow.
Yeah.
Jump in behind me. I'll take you with me. I will carry you along the way, and I'll be the lead thing, and I'll break the wind so you'll get better gas mileage.
Yeah.
But just get out of my way.
Probably the pettiness in me would be I would move out of the way, let them pass me, but follow them.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll tailgate them.
Well, if you want to tailgate me, then I'll get out of your way.
At 110.
But seriously, if you get up on my ass and you want me to, I'll get out of your way, but don't slow down.
Right.
Because I'm going to be right there. That needs to be part of driver's ed, and I don't think it is. Especially in situations like that where it's kind of like the Wild West, where there's no speed limit. There was legitimately no speed limit. Now, I've done that in West Texas, but that's different. There ain't nobody for 100 miles. But that, I never can remember the highway. What is it, 20? It is the only way to go. It's worth the toll. And I actually finally have the toll tag. So, I'm with it. I can actually frequent our great state and spend $50, not even realizing it, going all the way through. Hey, we got sports to talk about. The NBA's free agency period begins. The Spurs are in the market. They got a little bit of money to spend. Where should they be looking after the draft? As a shooter in their optics? Is there a seasoned veteran forward on his way? We'll look at the possibilities and around the rest of the league next. Hang around with us. We got a lot more to do. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay right now is on the northeast side through Schertz. We've got some road work set up at 35 southbound Schertz Parkway to Evans. 2 right lanes are blocked. It's about a 20-minute delay, slow from Fisher. I-10 eastbound, the off-ramp from La Cantera, we've got some road work, so that's what's blocking the exit ramp. And ongoing road work I-10 upper level, westbound North Frio Street to just past Calabria. This has just the left lane open, so start moving over. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh, comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for DraftKings. Did you know that DraftKings is live in all 50 states? Yes, that means us here in Texas. Win or go home. That's it. The World Cup knockout round, and DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Texas, so whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage, right in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers, sign up with code 941SportsStar. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code 941SportsStar in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim. Issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo.
Attention soccer fans. House of Cards and Collectibles on Vance Jackson has the 2026 Panini Prism FIFA Soccer Card Packs in stock. Pull cards from Mbappe, Messi, Kane, Bellingham, and many more. Find autographs and serial numbered cards randomly inserted. House of Cards and Collectibles also has FIFA World Cup sticker albums and packs. Come in today before they're all gone. House of Cards and Collectibles at 2105 Vance Jackson Road.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is Joel Frederick. From all of us at Quarterman, thank you. Through the years and through the growth of this city, you've trusted us to be there when it matters most. For plumbing repairs, air conditioning repairs, new system installs, and so much more. Now, you're going to start seeing a new Quarterman logo. It's a fresh look, but it reflects the same company we've always been. Rooted in hard work, family values, fair pricing, and caring for people the right way. Quartermoon Plumbing, AC, and Heating. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Hey, I'm not one to say I told you so, but do you remember last year when I told you that Pure Talk was hands down the best wireless company that I'd ever used? Well, some of you were skeptical, but Consumer Reports just asked 120,000 people to rate every wireless company in America, including the big boys. Well, guess which company was the only company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. Coverage, support, value, data. 5 stars across the board. No service contracts, no cancellation fees, just great U.S. customer service on a crazy fast 5G network for a fraction of what you've been paying. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I will encourage you one more time to dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to a 5-star American wireless company that won't let you down. Pure Talk.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, the free agent period in the NBA is just about here.
Who are some players the Spurs should be targeting? We will dive into that.
Latest in the trade rumors as well. That's still going on.
Plus the World Cup.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, huddle up. Gather around. We got stuff to do. Woohoo! It's the morning huddle. I'm going to fly this one blind. Can't find my glasses.
Oh, hold on.
I leave them in there? Anyway, sucks getting old. You can't find I can never find my glasses. And I'm starting to wake up with random bruises. I woke up 2 days ago with, it appears I've been beaten about the head and arms by a baseball bat and don't remember when it happened. Sucks. I guess that's the dementia part of the getting old. The deadline or the beginning of free agency is tomorrow. I guess it's 5 o'clock here, 6 o'clock in New York. The Spurs have a mid-level exception. We know how they drafted. But certainly another move is imminent. It's just a matter of beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I guess, what people want. Let's start with one thing. Anybody that's even considered, even thought about, even compared, looked at salaries and players that has anything to do with Kawhi Leonard, stop. Just stop. I want to get mad at you. I do, because you're applying pure science to something that is not purely scientific. And certainly a guy with that kind of skill set would be great on any team. Anybody would love to have the Kawhi output. That's if all you got was the Kawhi output. And that's if he applies that to, let's say, even 60 games. And that's if the other Kawhi-ness doesn't come out in the locker room, which it has. And that's if there's no ramifications for him actually signing another contract under the table with his previous team so he can make even more money than the NBA would let him make. So all those ifs, you want to get past it, maybe. That's it. I just cannot believe the short-sightedness, the short memory, the goldfish out there. There is no way in hell I would even begin to consider bringing that guy in.
Nope.
And there's other it's kind of like this is a team that is obviously built for a very long run that doesn't need a whole lot to put over the top. And there's no need to bring in an established star. Why? It will impede the growth of your soon-to-be stars. Now, I get filling your team and getting better, but we have a couple of alpha dogs already on this team, and probably maybe one or two others that are used to being alpha dogs that are all vying for how do we lead this team into the future when we've got Wemby doing one thing, and I certainly think Wemby is, always going to be the figurehead, if not the spiritual lead of this team. But I think Steph Castle's got a huge line there. We know what Keldon does, despite maybe on-court performance. We know what goes on behind the scenes. Kawhi is a performance-based leader. He's not going to fire anybody up in the locker room. I just think it would impede the growth, and I don't want to get rid of young talent. So let's just get off that boat, please. And once you get past that, then you start looking at guys like John Collins, Rui Hachimura. I mean, those are the ones that seem to be the most likely fits or at least the most likely kind of guys that would fill. I would throw in, for me personally, another Laker. I do think that there might be some room for some shooting. Maybe, I know, but Rui has the shooting. His name has been mentioned in a couple of possible outcomes. And I think San Antonio is certainly in the mix. He does have the look and feel of what a Spur would be. He has that international influence, the Gonzaga kind of thing where it's team first. And I think most every Spur has always, on this roster except for Wemby, has always been on teams, at least in the past, where they weren't the highlight. They were just a main ingredient, a primary ingredient. And I think that's been a kind of a prereq with how the Spurs draft, They get primary ingredients, guys that have learned to be great but help others be great as well. And I'm not sure there's some of those players like John Collins fits that mold, though his play style is the same. It is fits what the Spurs are chasing, this mobile, athletic kind of experienced forward that I do think that has a place with our Spurs. But I do question that idea. How far along do you think Carter Bryant has come? Because if Carter Bryant continues to mature at the rate we saw, at least at the end of the season, I do think by the end of next season, you're going to have yourself a forward that does everything you're trying to pay 4 times as much for. I do think we'll actually have what we're chasing if he continues to mature at the end of the season. But it's going to take some rather strategic coaching and play to get him there. But if he does, the long-term salary effect of saving, of filling a position that, quite frankly, you've already drafted for, it might be an opportunity to go someplace else if you feel like Carter Bryant's going to progress to there. Now, that's certainly up for debate. I think there's lots of upside and lots of potential in 2 years, but I'm not sure, given where the Spurs are going to be expected to go, that they can lean on a Carter Bryant. So I do tend to think this guy's still a brisket and only about half done, and there's no need to kind of try to throw him into a situation where, quite frankly, he's not ready. Unless, of course, we can spend the money on something extraordinary, and he's just going to have to fill the bill. And the rookies are going to have to do a little bit more than maybe expected. But I can't see us getting there. I'm not for just letting Carter Bryant grow into it. But it is something to consider. All things out there, given the possibilities, I think in my mind, it's 2 guys, maybe 3. Now, we drafted a lookalike for Robert Williams, the guy from Portland, for an Aggie. You remember him from Boston, had injury troubles. We saw him, and I said even at the playoffs during the Portland series, that of all the players in that series, Robert Williams made himself the most money because against this front line with the Spurs, he was more than adequate. Now that, the Spurs pasted him, but Robert had a good series and would be a worthy chase. I'm just not sure that upstairs he kind of fits the mentality, but I would have no problem if he was one more dude that they brought in. He's not quite what Ree is. Ree's a better player. All around, while I think Robert's a better athlete and provides some of those things that can still augment frontline help by giving us also some open court or some big man mobility type plays, the rim running athlete that I think they're chasing. So I do think those guys come down to it. I want to hear from you guys, and this will be open all day long. 656-3776. I know that it seems like we don't open the phone lines anymore, but first of all, I'm alone, and secondly, the suits are listening and they want us to hear from you. Yeah. So this is not just open pandering. This is just telling you the truth. Now, Vic, I'm going to ask you a deep and heavy Spurs question. Uh-oh. Now, I will, as a guy who's watched enough to know, but not enough to really get deep into it, if there's one thing you could add to the Spurs from what you saw that we could go buy, knowing you have a budget, and it's going to be a guy that's not a star, but and I'm not going to ask you a name. I'm going to ask you a position. I'm going to ask you, do you want a guy who can just go out and shoot threes, a guy that we can rely on as best we think to hit 40% from 3, and really not a whole lot else, but you know that when you bring him in, he's a shooter that can open up the court? Or do you want another guy out on the front line to kind of help grow the new young boys, like a power forward or somebody of stature that not only can play for us now, but fill the Harrison Barnes role for another couple years and grow them? Or another big center, another like big old just guy,
like another
like the guys we kept trying to find, like an Olynyk, like a Mason Plumlee, like a Bismack Biyombo, but better.
Well, it's either that or a three-point shooter, one of the two.
So you'd like a big or a 3?
Yeah.
So
we need a shooter,
and I do. That's kind of where I land. Yeah. But the only reason I land there is I like a guy like Luke Kennard who'd be available. The guy's made his money. I don't know if he's going to need much more, and he's a bit of a.
Well, I think it's equal. I think we do need another big and a real good power forward, but we also need a three-point shooter because Wemby can't be playing guard. You know, he needs to use his height where it needs to be. You know, like right under the basket, right in the paint, get in the paint, take advantage of it. But
you know, over the weekend, the kind of guy that you want, kind of the tough guy, big backup or shooter, one or the other.
Yeah.
The big backup tough guy, like Isaiah Hartenstein, and Eagle fan points out on the Brigade Bar, signed that 3-year, $75 million deal. Those guys ain't cheap, and we don't have that kind of money. So we can kind of look at that, but it's going to be somebody entirely different. We'll look at the Brigade Bar. I'll tell you, the what's his name, F9C, whoever that is Carter Bryant the right player?
That's
C-Note. Yeah. Is Carter Bryant the right player? That is a great question to ask. How do you want to spend your money? John Collins, Ree Hachimura. If you have suggestions, jump on the Brigade Bar. Jump on the phone, 656-3776, and we'll talk to you next. This is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday.
Play ball!
Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg that the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be a son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges: mental health struggles, housing obstacles, employment, food insecurity, and social isolation, to name just a few. I'm Bob Woodruff. My family and I started the Bob Woodruff Foundation in 2006 after I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq. Our service members had my back that day, and we need to have theirs now more than ever. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we raise awareness about the tough challenges veterans and military families face and invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. And with one solution comes the next. We solve a housing situation, we increase employment opportunities. We solve employment problems, we address food insecurity. We solve food insecurity, we impact physical and mental health issues. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
In just 10 minutes, only 10. We're going to talk Spurs free agency possibilities. The Hornets deal yesterday, I find very interesting what Charlotte's doing. And we're going to look at how you build a team and how the Spurs, I think, are obviously a metric for how you build a team if you have managed to draft Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper, and Steph Castle in 3 consecutive years. That's a pretty good thing to be able to do. But the fact is, how you build a team kind of goes down to you're building more than just talent. You have to meld personalities truly to get a long-term success story. Yeah, you can put together a team for a year, a bunch of mercs, but any long-term success is going to involve pecking order and cliques and all that kind of stuff that anybody that's put together any kind of organization on a court or a field or in a boardroom has to put together. And what Charlotte is doing, I find very interesting. It's very old school. They're kind of going back to the mantra well, we're going to look at it the other side. It might be a little controversial for some. Until then, earlier I was talking about Buc-ee's and how the World Cup has kind of extrapolated what has already been kind of a cult thing anyway into this realm of must-stop tourist trap. And then it's ruined. Buc-ee's is ruined now. What is the point of going to a Buc-ee's on a Sunday afternoon when you're trying to get somewhere? Now, I think Buc-ee's single-handedly has decreased the traffic on 35. Just think if every Buc-ee's along 35 suddenly closed down, the highway itself would go to gridlock. There's more cars in the parking lot than there are on the highway. So thank God for that. The congestion would be extraordinary, but But on the other side of that, I think there's legitimately people that live within 100 miles that look at Buc-ee's like it's a destination. Now, I knew what it was. I never knew it would become that.
Is the only thing missing a hotel resort at Buc-ee's?
You know what? The next thing, it's kind of like I was shocked when the outlet malls opened up there just north of just
San Marcos?
Yeah, north of San Marcos. Uh-huh. When, they opened that up and then suddenly they built hotels, and I was like, well, who the hell goes and gets a hotel room to go shop at an outlet mall? But since then, they've built 4 more hotels, so there's a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely people from Monterrey are there.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I get it. Yeah. But I didn't think it would be worth 4 or 5 hotels. So obviously my idea of what a destination is very different from a lot of other people. But I can't imagine waking up Sunday somewhere in the hills of Central Texas and going, come on, kids, let's gather up. Let's go have us a day. Let's go hang out at the Buc-ee's. I'll get a shopping cart. We'll go and we'll go stand next to.
It's so easy to spend money, man.
And I know it's kind of cool. I know that for those that are from, I was in the Buc-ee's on the way north on Friday, and who was it in Dallas? Was it the Portuguese?
I don't remember.
I don't know which Latin or Central American country was there. They weren't wearing their flags, but they were obviously not from here by their dress and by their act. And I was at the Czech stop in West, and there was a big family. You could tell they were. I guess it was Portuguese. I couldn't tell. So normally that sounded Latin.
Whoever played, yeah, okay.
So they came up, and the one guy that could speak, he was like a 12-year-old kid, asked the person, which is your most famous college?
Hey, man, he's trying.
Hey, no, I'm in, man. We all jumped in. That's the great thing about Texas. We all dove in and gave our advice. No, man, you need to get that Nutella. No, man, you need the sausage. No, man, you need some more Huddle. Go get some coffee. We'll be right back. This is the Morning Huddle. 94.1.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Ooh, bent tie rod. What are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Soccer fans, you know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. From World Cup to baseball to all the fights, get into the Roo Pub. And when you show up at the Roo, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Missions fans, celebrate Tuesdays for the Cultura at Wolf Stadium with AARP $2 Tuesdays. Presented by San Antonio Sports Star. $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more every Tuesday home game. Get your tickets at samissions.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Latinos have been here always. Before, during, and after the founding of the United States. We are small business owners rising before dawn to power the economy. Hands that pick, manage, and prepare the food that nourishes America. Builders of our homes, our cities, our roads, our communities. Workers who labor daily to strengthen the very fabric of our nation. We are caregivers, teachers, doctors, engineers, neighbors, families raising the next generation. Latinos contribute over $4 trillion to America's GDP, bringing promise, innovation, and vitality to every corner of the U.S. We are the backbone, an indelible part of the American story. We are America. America is us. Learn more by going to americaisus.org and discover how Latinos have shaped America's journey and continue to forge its future.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog.
Great. Do you have a pool outside?
Nope, just a big old backyard.
Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like they just picked up that road work on 35 northeast side of town. Southbound Schertz Parkway to Evans now reopened. A couple of stalls that are off to the shoulder. 281 southbound at 410 and another at 35 northbound at Weidner. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about this early morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601, and we'll go and check it out. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, free agency begins tomorrow, but the rumors and the work have already begun. The Charlotte Hornets continue to shed aged talent as they've now sent Miles Bridges to the Phoenix Suns, along with a 2029 first-round pick and a 2027 second-round pick for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2033 first-rounder.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, huddle up. We got a lot to do today. It's a Monday around the Morning Huddle, and I'm alone. I'm Rob. AJ in the hole. Somewhere in the hole. That's Vic Brown talking on the other side of the double pane glass. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
I'm glad you're here. Wimbledon's in full effect, but, if you can pull your attention away from dudes running around in white socks, you can pay attention to us for the next couple of hours. We're glad you're here. We're talking Spurs today. The free agency period begins in earnest for reals at 5 o'clock tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Trades have been frequent. The expectation is there's going to be a whopper between now and tomorrow afternoon in the Jaylen Brown move. And, as much as the Giannis stuff affected the league, this is going to do the same. And you wonder if how much the Spurs need to be paying attention to this. How much is a Jaylen Brown move and his possible landing spots would affect where the Spurs are, the makeup of the team, things they feel like they're going to need. I don't think it's really going to be huge in the grand scope of the NBA, but it's going to be mighty interesting to see how Boston can turn any kind of profit on this. I think that when Boston has extended themselves like this, where I don't see how you could possibly bring Jaylen Brown back without paying him at least $5 more than Jason Tatum. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Just we'll pay you more just to prove our love, but we're not going to take back the fact that we tried to trade you at every opportunity for a year, even after you are our best player and brought us to the playoffs just about by yourself.
I was going to say, so the thing with Kawhi, how serious is that? Like how?
Well, we're going to get there because that's the kind of play. Look, Jaylen Brown, Kawhi, essentially the same dude, just in different eras. I mean, just dominant ball, great defensive, offensive guys that can carry a team. And if Boston can try to turn a profit with this, and I know that they're probably going to, they're going to extract a fair amount, but can they get the fair value for a guy that wherever he lands becomes their alpha dog? It's just that Kawhi is just 10 years later. That's where the Spurs sit. The same kind of player, just the cost. Now, the Spurs have, as they sit, now there's some questions that need to be answered. Let's kind of set the table. So the Spurs have the $15 million non-taxed mid-level exception. So they got $15 million there. They got $5.4 million in what's known as the biannual exception. Then they have all these league minimum contracts from these old dudes that are sitting down at the end of the bench. The Olenek, the Bismack, the Mason Plumlees. Those dudes, they got that money, but it's not much. I mean, it's just enough. So given that they tried 3 times to get a guy to help with Wemby and whiffed on all of them, I expect that all of them are gone, especially the bigger money one there in Olenek. So Zoom erased that. You got $15 million in an exception. And I'll be honest with you, as much as I love Rui Hachimura and I think he would be a great player, he's worth a whole lot more than $15 million. If Isaiah Hartenstein got 25, Rui's in that neighborhood. So the Spurs are going to have to come up with $10 million more. They're going to have to come up with that money. And that would involve a sign and trade. So at this point, if you're exiting all these other dudes and you're looking at how are we going to find room, there's not a lot of guys left. Now, there's Julian Champagnie. Now, Julian is an interesting case because I think we need to advocate that Julian gets paid a lot now. Let's pay him a big amount of bonus money now, but let's have that contract decrease in value over time instead of increasing. Normally, you see those deals signed. You sign 20 today. Next year, you're going to get 25, and the next year, you'll get 30 for a sum total of X plus whatever. I think Julian needs to be signed to a deal where it's a whopper now. Let's use a bunch of money, and by the time we're signing Steph's deal or Dylan's deal, Julian's money will be at a low. You know what I mean? He'll still be here. He will have gotten his money, but he got it early when we have the money now. So if I'm his agent or if I'm the Spurs, I'm looking at signing a decreasing deal with a big old whopper to start, big money next year, because I don't think we want to see Julian Champagnie go, but I don't think we need to overpay for him too. So I think that would be the best way to keep him here. Now we get down to how much do you love Keldon? How much do you covet him? Because I don't think there's a Spurs fan out there that doesn't love Keldon. By every measure, he is not only the sixth man of the year, which is worthy of a raise, I think in most cases, but he truly is the heart and soul of this team. He's the oldest Spur, the longest serving. It's kind of funny to say that. I remember him sitting in my studio the day he was drafted, or the day after he was drafted. But I think that playoff run, in the back of our minds, it's kind of like we don't want to talk ill of a family member. But I think in the back of our minds, we all know that Keldon was a bit of a weak link. That Keldon in the playoffs, when it mattered, and now we have to judge this team not on regular season wins, which we've become very accustomed to, but now we judge this team on how far do you go into June. That's the metric now. And is Keldon, with his expiring contract, worthy of just that? Now, everything else about Keldon tells me you keep him. You try to sign him for less, but everything tells me with my heart that you keep him, that he needs to be here, that there's something to what he brings that is more than the sum of its, that's more than just the play. It's the sum of it all, the practice mentality, the guy that players can go to after the coaches ripped them a new one, after they've had a week of bad play and bad press. After they've had that, he's the player that can calm nerves, ease the transition, teach them the ropes, and do all that kind of stuff, and can do all that veterans on teams that are worthy of championships do. But is he worth the roster space after that? Because that sixth man of the year award, as we get further and further away, I'm afraid is going to feel very distant and very unfulfilling. That meant a lot during the regular season, but what we required just wasn't there. And I'm not sure where you guys stand on it. I know personally that if somebody came calling and was looking for an expiring deal, looking for Keldon's contract that they could wipe off the books at the end of next year, that they could do something and could offer me something immediate in return, an aging dude with a contract, or a Rui Hachimura on a sign and trade, it'd be something that I would consider. It's just something that I don't think most of us want to even talk about in polite company, because we love us some Keldon. It was a long road for us to get him. We went through some frogs, man. We went through some dudes. I mean, Luke, the guy that was taking him in front of him, is driving a beer truck someplace. He weathered. He maintained. Pop took him to the FIBAs. And we invested the time in him that we wish we could have invested into Sohan. We gave Keldon the entire length and breadth of our process, from sustained guidance from old vets, to growth to maintenance to stardom. And he did it all with aplomb, and he did it with a Spurs heart, if that's a term. You don't want to cast those guys aside. And I think if we could have done the same thing with Jeremy Sohan, we would have, given the situation that we found ourselves. We had to let him go. But if we'd have given Keldon the same long-term, or Jeremy Sohan the same long-term individual coaching and comfort and all the things that build a solid NBA player, I think that Jeremy would be a starting player in the NBA right now. Maybe not for the Spurs now, given what the draft was, but he never got that opportunity, and Keldon did. And here we sit with a guy who won the sixth man, who apexed his career, that he did it right at the end of his contract. And then he kind of let us down. So if you want you some you might have to sacrifice some Keldon. What do you think? 656-3776 is the number to call. You can certainly jump on the Brigade Bar. Where would you go, and who would you be chasing? Let me know, because I'm kind of wide open. Because I went into this weekend thinking, yeah, I like Ree. I think he's worthy. I would even make a move on a player or two if required to go get a guy, because I do think he would fit. John Collins, I'm absolutely out on. No, and no. 5 years ago, what was it, 4 years ago, he was something, and he does bring something to the table, but I'm not sure the juice is going to be worth the squeeze on him. To me, it's either a Ree or another Laker and Luke Kennard, or find me something like him. Find me another shooter. Find me a 40% shooter, a guy who can handle the ball when need be, but is really just here to light things up and open up the court. That's, to me, giving up to what the Spurs drafted. If I'm looking for a veteran, I'm kind of looking that direction than I am at the front line. But I get the sense that I'm in the minority. I get the sense that I'm one of the few that is not looking at a backup big or a big mobile 4 or 3 that can spread the court, grab a couple of rebounds, and eat up the clock. And just eat it up while Wemby gets a breather, while we find something else to maintain. You go in there and do your job and get your way through. I don't think I'm looking for a starter right now. But let me know what you think. I know the Brigade Bar is all over that. C-Note wants a legit power forward. Some are talking about CP3 and what he could have been. That's been so long ago. I don't even remember how good he went. And I'm glad Oscar brought him up. This is what I want to talk about in about 20 minutes, just after 7:30. Trey Murphy. I don't understand why there's talk about Kawhi, why there's talk about Ree, when there's a guy that if you want to spend a little bit of money, if we're going to get into talent and money and longevity, there's only one answer, and I think Oscar might have it. I think he might have it, because this guy kind of fits the bill, and we also know there's been kind of a lingering yearning. Is that a good word? I don't think. Yeah, maybe a yearning, because Trey and the Spurs have been brought up in the past by those that know. We've also made a few deals with New Orleans over the years, so I do think that there might be something there. I love that opportunity. What do you think? We'll talk about that. But coming back, the Domino's Pizza just had one of their employees win an award that I'm not so sure they should be proud of. We'll talk about what that is coming up. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
This is Officer Green with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring. Are you interested in a rewarding career that offers great pay, benefits, respect, and a chance to make a difference? Then visit sapdcareers.com if you are looking for a career with opportunities. The SAPD is looking for qualified applicants committed to keeping the Alamo City safe. This is your chance to make a difference. Become one of San Antonio's finest. Visit sapdcareers.com. For eligibility requirements, visit sapdcareers.com.
When you're fighting with the insurance company, it can feel like David and Goliath, an impossible battle between one person and a huge corporate entity. Let Thomas J. Henry level the playing field and give your case the strength it needs to be victorious. The insurance company has a team of lawyers, deep pockets, and one goal: to pay you as little as possible. Don't let the odds be stacked against you. Get the team at Thomas J. Henry Law on your side. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. TJHLaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
This World Cup update on San Antonio Sports Star is brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks is unmatched for every match. With 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra, handcrafted Casamigos margaritas, a scratch-made menu, and screens that put you in the front row of every game, it's all going down at the Lodge. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer update. I'm Erica Herskowitz. It's the 19th day of competition at the World Cup, and the knockout round kicks into high gear with 3 matches on the docket. Tonight, the Netherlands will be taking on Morocco for a chance to face Canada in the round of 16. The Reds kicked off the knockout stage yesterday with a 1-0 victory over South Africa to become the first team to advance. Before the Orange and Atlas Lions meet, 2 more teams will be eliminated. First up in Houston, 5-time world champion Brazil will take on Japan as Brazil looks to put the brakes on a 24-year title drought. Brazil manager Carlo Ancelotti says he expects Neymar to play today, but he will come off the bench, and his minutes will be limited and dependent on how the match unfolds as the star continues to recover from a calf injury. Germany will take on Paraguay in the second game in Foxborough. I'm Erica Herskowitz, Westwood One Sports.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging.
Let me check that for you.
To help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
There he is, Mr. Big Time Capital One Bank guy.
Mom, please.
Well, look at this Capital One Cafe. I just might move in.
Or just drop by. Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week.
I could put my spoon collection right here by the ATM, yes.
Wow, you weren't kidding, Mom.
I never kid about the spoon collection, son. Oh, hey, what's that thing you always say?
There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
No, the other one.
What's in your wallet?
Oh, that's my boy.
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bank guide for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime.
Hey, Vic.
What is it?
I was listening. Jumped the gun. I was paying attention to your stellar production work. Let's get this going. It's the Morning Huddle. That's Vic. I'm Rob. On new cameras, by the way.
Yeah.
We
are
are
crystal clear.
We've rocketed into the 20th century.
And they're working still.
How fast do you want your fast food?
I'm impatient, so immediately.
But are you willing to have it sit under a heat lamp, or you just, or do you want it?
You know what? I got spoiled to where, like for instance, Whataburger, I'll order on the app, and I'll give it about a good 5 minutes, more or less, before I get there.
The app makes a difference. Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
And then when I get there, it's normally ready, and it's not under a heat lamp. It's usually made fresh. And I always try to customize the order to where they have to make it fresh.
So you're willing to wait for customization?
Yeah.
But
I always say no pickles at Chick-fil-A, so that way they have to make a new sandwich instead of the heat lamp sandwich. And with Whataburger, I always ask for extra onions, blah, 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 blah.
I'll be honest, sometimes I don't care.
Yeah. No, I do, because my cheat meals count.
I mean, but sometimes I'm legitimately, I just need to put something into my stomach. And my expectation is not anything other than that. Just don't make me sick. Don't. But I don't mind if it's been waiting on me for a little bit.
Well, when I went to Buc-ee's that one time, I got the brisket sandwich, and I'm telling myself, how long was this sitting here? But I didn't care at the time because I was just hungry.
Well, now it's been on that board for about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Because Buc-ee's has become the zoo. There's nothing. The brisket on the board, and if I hear more, man, those guys have become rock stars. The brisket on the board guys, at least the locales I went. But for fast food, I think there's a variance, like you said. People that obviously want good food fast or fast enough, but are willing to, like you said, specialize your order.
Yeah, to where they have to make it. It's not something that's sitting in the lamp, unless they have those sitting in the lamp too.
Like, was it you that would ask for it to be double fried?
No, I do that
at Chick-fil-A. Like, no, I want it fried twice, knowing full well that they would have to.
Oh no,
kind of step aside.
At Raising Cane's, I asked for extra crispy.
So
that way they have to.
So you have to deep fry it or longer. I've never done that, and I should.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, sometimes just give me the damn food. This is fast food for a reason. What do you have made already? I don't want to wait for anything. I just want to get the food, and move on. That's me probably 50% of the time if I'm going through any kind of drive-thru.
Right.
Okay, if you're ordering a pizza, back in my day, says the old man, when you used to order Domino's, it was 30 minutes or free, and that was for a long time. That was a legit thing, that it was 30 minutes or free.
It did last a while before they were like, yeah, it's kind of dangerous.
And yeah, it was kind of dangerous, but you knew,
at least you knew it was fresh.
Legit, and you had no trouble tipping the dudes either. I mean, if they got there under 30, they'd be sweating, but they made it. So you took care of it. And that's kind of how you want pizza, but it's another one of those things. Do you want it fast or do you want it good? Very rarely do you get both. Well, there's a Domino's pizza manager that made 3 large pizzas in the world's fastest pizza maker contest in Las Vegas last week. How long would it take you to make 3 large pizzas? And it involves one topping.
Okay.
It involves the sauce and the cheese and all the stuff. It's not like a high volume like
quick,
8.
Yeah, I get it.
How long do you think it would take you to do?
And you make the pizza from scratch, right?
3 large pizzas. You got the
you're
dough.
turning the pizza around.
You're throwing it down. You're putting your sauce. You're putting your cheese. You're putting your meat, your protein, and you're throwing it in the oven.
I don't know how quick. She'll take me forever.
How does 31.2 seconds grab you?
No way.
That's 10 seconds of pizza.
And how much cooking time?
Well, no, that just is
preparing.
Prepping. Yeah. You could ask for extra crispy at that point. They might have to run it through. But just getting it on the dough and into the oven. He made 3 pizzas in 30 seconds. Now, how good do you think that pizza is?
Doesn't matter.
Well, see, that's where I'm getting. Yeah. Does it matter to you? Yeah. Does it matter to you knowing that these dudes are able to throw this thing together in literally 30 seconds?
For what it is, you got to think about what it is they're throwing together. I mean, just dough, cheese, and meat.
I guess. I just saw that and I thought, well, good. He won $5,000. But then I thought, I don't know if I want anything he's making. He doesn't even know what he's making. How can you know what you're doing in 10 seconds? I'd almost rather have you. I've been to Vegas. Have you been to the Vegas and seen those pizza machines?
No, I haven't been there.
Well,
so I haven't seen
in Vegas, it looks like a big,
big vending machine.
Big vending machine, and you can order a pizza, and it brings up the dough, and it's on like a record turntable, and there's this little an arm that comes out first, and the turntable starts spinning, and then it drops out the sauce in like a circle, and then it comes back out with this like opening, and it drops the cheese as the thing is spinning. And then it drops.
Oh, wow.
Then it drops the protein, whatever it is. And it's kind of limited. You got sausage, pepperoni, whatever. And then it goes into its own little oven. And it's about the size of a 33. If for those of you know what an album looks like, it's about the size of an album. Okay. And it kicks it out. That's the same thing. I don't want that. Or do I?
When you're drunk, yeah.
See, there you go.
You'll eat anything.
Well, I am of the mind that there are certain things that I don't care. And Domino's Pizza is actually kind of one of them. What do you expect? But 30 seconds. And it's not even 30 minutes are free anymore. I don't know why he's in such a hurry.
It's like Little Caesars hot and ready. Those are just thrown together, but man, they're so good.
Those are the ultimate drunk get. The Little Caesars in the oven.
Or after a few blunts, you're all like, yeah, let me get just 3 of those. And some crazy bread and a large Diet Coke.
Dude, the watching the Euros grab refills standing at Buc-ee's.
Oh, they're amazing.
Is a thing to behold. It's a thing to behold. It's an extraordinary thing. Just you see an adult man who doesn't speak a single word of English making his very first suicide. Just adding all the and Buc-ee's has its own particular brand of drink now.
Where did I do that? Was it the Galaxy? No, Century South back in the day. No, I don't remember when.
Would you ask for a suicide?
Yeah,
mine was at the Valley High Pool.
I don't remember where.
Suicide,
but I remember doing it myself.
With extra orange. With extra orange, and don't skimp on the Big Red.
I remember Big Red and orange had to be in it.
Yeah, throw it together. Suicide had it all.
Yeah, and Coke.
And there was no diet drink back then.
Nah,
it was all.
Yeah, no, it was all. Yeah, that's.
But it wasn't fructose; it was sugar.
Yeah, that's
it was actually good for.
That's why I'm diabetic.
That's what
now,
we do.
Probably.
Hey, his name is Trey Murphy. He plays for the Pelicans. He's a worthy target. We'll talk about him next. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, for the most part in good shape. We do have a few stalls that are off to the shoulder, so main lanes are getting by. Northeast side, 35 northbound at Weidner, 281 southbound 410. On the southeast side, 37 northbound 410, that stalls off to the right shoulder, and a minor wreck at Randolph Boulevard at Crestway. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about this morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line and we'll go check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
Guys, between us, when you hit a certain age, things start to feel off a little bit. You're tired all the time. Your energy's low. Maybe your drive isn't what it once was. A lot of that can come down to low testosterone. And that's why I got to tell you about Game Day Men's Health over on Alamo Ranch, or at Alamo Ranch over on Wiseman Boulevard. They understand what you're dealing with, and they want to make the process as easy as possible for you. So when you go in, first of all, relaxed atmosphere, great vibes. You've got sports on the TV. They got snacks for you. You go in, you get a blood test there in their building. You don't have to go to some other lab and let them draw blood there. And before you leave the building, you sit down. They already know your results. They talk to you about your results, and they tell you, hey, this is the treatment plan that will work for you. So they do that, and then you don't have to leave and come back another day. You can start treatment that day. That is the best part. You can start right there. And after a month, you'd be noticing more energy, a better mood, a boost in your libido, all of the above. Don't settle. Be the best version of yourself. Call 830-376-9100. 830-376-9100 for Game Day Men's Health Alamo Ranch. 830-376-9100.
This report is sponsored by Red Diamond Tea.
Go ahead. Sip into summer with Red Diamond. Fresh brewed with just 3 simple ingredients. Tea, water, and sugar. Always cold and ready in the refrigerated section. Red Diamond Fresh Brewed Tea. The perfect sip does exist.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more at every Tuesday home game. First pitch at 7:05. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Hey, I'm not one to say I told you so, but do you remember last year when I told you that Pure Talk was hands down the best wireless company that I'd ever used? Well, some of you were skeptical, but Consumer Reports just asked 120,000 people to rate every wireless company in America, including the big boys. Well, guess which company was the only company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. Coverage, support, value, data. 5 stars across the board. No service contracts, no cancellation fees, just great U.S. customer service on a crazy fast 5G network for a fraction of what you've been paying. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I will encourage you one more time to dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to a 5-star American wireless company that won't let you down. Pure Talk.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, the free agent period in the NBA is just about here.
Who are some players the Spurs should be targeting? We will dive into that.
Latest in the trade rumors as well. That's still going on.
Plus the World Cup.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the World Cup, the knockout round began with a bang as Canada advanced to the round of 16 with a 1-0 win over South Africa. They did it late in the 95th minute. We have 3 games today: Brazil, Japan, Germany, Paraguay, and the Netherlands at Morocco. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the morning huddle here on 94.1. No AJ today. He shall return sunburnt and hungover tomorrow, I hope. In his stead, we'll carry on. I'm Rob, Big Brown. Edwin's skittering around somewhere in the building. Free agency for the NBA starts tomorrow. Over the weekend, the Charlotte Hornets continue to kind of purge old talents. We talked before about how you build a team and what Charlotte is attempting to do. And they've got a couple of young players that they've had over the last couple of years. Miller, a fine wing player. Kneipel, kind of a revelation at small forward, and carried that team into the playoffs. And as they arrived, they very quickly exited their 2 senior players. Miles Bridges, a long-term Hornet with a very checkered past. He has some domestic abuse issues in his past, some convictions. I mean, just a real mess of a player that I'm surprised actually is still there. And LaMelo Ball, who by every measure has been a very good NBA player, and by many measures, if not their best player over the last couple of years, very close to it. Now, both he and Bridges are gone. Charlotte maintains Kneipel and bring in others. It's funny what Carolina is doing. Look at that roster. They've now got a backcourt. They've got a backcourt. Well, I don't know if Grayson Allen is going to start, but he came from Duke, so that's a Carolina product. Played there at Duke. Their starting point guard went to North Carolina. Kneipel went to Duke. 3 players in their starting or at least early rotations are all college kids from town. They're filling seats with alumni and current NBA fans all at once. So you can decide whether the merits of that on its own. But I do think they have looked at what the Spurs style of building teams have always been, and they're getting away from the mercenary, and they're getting to the built, not bought. And they're building and they're putting together a team of players that are not challenged off the court, whether that be by criminal indictment or just being a modern NBA player with a whole bunch of money. And Melo, while being a very good NBA player, does have an off-court persona that, there's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't seem to jive with where they want to go. It was, in many eyes, a mistake for him to go and land in Minnesota. That's a whole other story about his effectiveness. But I do think that Carolina is, by design, getting boring. There's just, by design, going and getting hometown kids who have a spotless reputation, or at least one that all ticket buyers can buy and can still go win. It's interesting to see them do this as the Spurs face this own kind of problem just 4 years in their advance. In that now this is a team that is considered top 2 in the West, top 4 in the world, and all they need to do is find the right piece. Don't screw this up. And Trey Murphy III. This is a guy the Spurs have sniffed around for a long time, but to get a guy like him is going to cost something. Oscar on the Brigade Bar was the first to throw him out there, and I'm sure others have talked about it. Trey Murphy is one of those kind of destination pieces that would involve sending somebody that we truly love, that would truly make a dent. And if we start getting into that world, we start talking about Devin Vassell. Because if I'm New Orleans, I'm asking for the minimum of that. And, man on man, I'm not sure how much Devin Vassell, I'm not sure what the difference is between Devin and Trey Murphy now. Now, if you'd asked me that back in December, it would have been kind of a no-brainer. Devin would continue to get better, but I knew what Trey was. Now, Devin had a pretty good playoff. Nobody had a great playoff, or we'd have been carrying a trophy around town. But Devin had a pretty good finals. He was pretty consistently there. He just doesn't do everything that Trey Murphy does. And are we willing? Did you know they get paid the same? You know, Devin Vassell and Trey Murphy are both at $27 million a year. They're both. And in the ESPN trade machine, it actually has the Spurs as a net negative. They lose it. The proposed net wins would drop by 1 if they just did that deal. Devin for Trey Murphy. They would, on paper, at least by the AIs of the world, the ESPN trade machine, be 1 game worse. Does that affect your thought? For me, it doesn't. For me, it doesn't if I'm willing to make that deal. I'm willing, and I am. I'm willing to make that deal knowing what Trey does that Devin doesn't. Now, the shooting is essentially about the same. The defense might be a decrease. Devin's played the defense that I think the coaches saw and expected. I'm not sure I ever expected him to be able to play that kind of wing defense. And he has gotten significantly better, but Trey's is far better. And he's also a little bit better with the ball. So for those Trey Murphy lovers, I'm in there with you. But it's kind of an even Steven kind of thing. We're not adding any more. We're not filling a void. We're just kind of improving, at least in my mind, very slightly, one position. It doesn't really fix the problem. Well, those that are chasing the forwards are. Rui Hachimura is the easy get. For me, I'm a fan of Trey Murphy, and I'd find a way to get him. If I could hold on to Devin Vassell and find a futures move that I could kind of pad the salary cap, I would. But I think that should be the first choice. What do you think? 656-3776, 656-ESPN. The NBA landscape is going to change probably today. I don't think, well, it's certainly going to change before 5 o'clock tomorrow, our time, because Jaylen Brown's going to get traded. Jaylen Brown from the Celtics is going to get traded. And over the weekend, it became even more apparent that they have to do it, that this is going to be a festering wound unless they get something fixed. Now, I do think that money fixes everything. And if the Celtics just can't get what they're chasing, I think you could give Jaylen a raise to the point where he might not get the same credit, but he'll get more money. And I think that fixes everything, especially for a guy who it appears that Jaylen, by his actions, by the way he's talking now that they're threatening the trade, it feels like he's a guy that is now going to chase. Now, certainly he wants to win a title, but he's already got that in his back pocket. He's already got one. So I think in the short term, I think Jaylen wants to go someplace where he gets to be Jimmy Butler in his prime. He gets to be Steph Curry in his prime. Gets to be Anthony Edwards now. Gets to be the guy. And I think that he would play on just about any team to do that initially. That he could go and average 25, 30 a night, lead the team in 3 stats, be an all-NBA player. And if a title's not necessarily in the future, that's not a breaking point, a sticking point in the trade negotiations. That, hey, I'll land there knowing full well I've got my title. Now it's about putting numbers up. And then eventually we'll get that team better. That's just the sense I get. And I really don't blame him. Because for a team to get what you have to offer, they're going to have to give up a lot. You're going to land on a bad team. And I think he's accepted that. I think he's accepted the fact that, yeah, I'll leave this title contention, but I'll be, instead of being the beta player, I'm going to land someplace else where I'm alpha, and maybe I'll get him there. And given that kind of situation, also given the fact that the tanking rules have altered the world significantly. That these bad teams are now in a place where they can't assure themselves of going and getting talent initially and immediately year after year. They're going to have to do something else. And that would involve going and getting name talent immediately and hoping others follow. So the place for him to land is so much bigger than where Giannis was going to go. I just think that there are more teams out there willing to make a deal for Jaylen Brown than they were to give up that massive amount for Giannis, because I think that the Giannis value kind of set the market for wherever Jaylen goes. What would you guys do? If I'm a bad team, I would offer just about everything I had for him, and I do think players would follow. We'll continue looking at the NBA, specifically the Spurs. Answer the Brigade Bar questions. Several of them pop up there. Look around the rest of the world, and we got losers on the cusp. Hang around. We got a whole lot more to do. This is the Morning Huddle. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
America is having the biggest birthday party ever. 250 years old. That's like a lot of candles. And you can't have the best birthday party without the best fireworks. Mr. W Fireworks has everything you need to make America's 250th totally unforgettable.
The lowest prices around.
Seriously, nobody beats them.
Nobody.
No sneaky fees, no crazy markups. Just awesome fireworks at real low prices. And go to MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you. Mr. W Fireworks.
Because 250 only happens once.
At the Institute for Functional Health, we are dedicated to helping you live life fully, playing with your kids, golfing, and feeling great without relying on pills. We're not about treating symptoms temporarily. We're about extending your health span, the years you live in good health. I'm Dr. Torres, and for over a decade, my team has transformed lives by tackling health issues at the root. Tired of medications without real answers? Take control of your health with us. Call 210-468-1891 for a free Discovery Day consultation or visit iffhealth.com. Improve your health span today.
Hey, this is Lauren, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's gonna add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken in a breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
1969, one giant leap. And millions of Americans didn't just watch it, they heard it.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Echoed across radios everywhere. In that moment, we were all connected. 250 years of dreaming big, and the sound that brings us there.
When you're fighting with the insurance company, it can feel like David and Goliath, an impossible battle between one person and a huge corporate entity. Let Thomas J. Henry level the playing field and give your case the strength it needs to be victorious. The insurance company has a team of lawyers, deep pockets, and one goal: to pay you as little as possible. Don't let the odds be stacked against you. Get the team at Thomas J. Henry Law on your side. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. TJHLaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges: mental health struggles, housing obstacles, employment, food insecurity, and social isolation, to name just a few. I'm Bob Woodruff. My family and I started the Bob Woodard Foundation in 2006 after I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq. Our service members had my back that day, and we need to have theirs now more than ever. At the Bob Woodard Foundation, we raise awareness about the tough challenges veterans and military families face and invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. And with one solution comes the next. We solve a housing situation, we increase employment opportunities. We solve employment problems, we address food insecurity. We solve food insecurity, we impact physical and mental health issues. Learn more about our work at bobwooderfoundation.org/success.
My name is Erica, and my son Kason is a patient at Shriners Children. My oldest called me and said, Kason got burnt. I said, how bad is it? He wouldn't answer me. Before we could see Kason, the trauma doctor came in and said he needs to go to Shriners.
To survive a burn injury and to return to life unafraid and full of joy and be who you're supposed to be is what we strive to deliver to our patients. His injury was a big injury, and I think a testament to the care that we provide. He's fully functional. He's riding his dirt bike, doing all of the things that you would want him to do. I can't think of another system that has the impact on pediatric patients that Shriners Children's does.
I wouldn't do anything else. We're just so thankful that Kason is still here because things can change in the blink of an eye. Go online right now to loveshriners.org.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle. You gonna get some fireworks this week, Vic?
I was thinking about it, but we normally do New Year's more than 4th of July. But we did have a lot of rain, though. But it's drying up kind of quick. Yeah.
They're already camping out. They're already on sale.
Oh, yeah.
They're already.
I know.
Living in a van, selling fireworks.
It wasn't in the budget, but I think I can make some room for some.
I've got right around the corner from my house. They've built a brand new warehouse. One of those big.
Oh, the big ones?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're all really excited.
Oh, I'll
about
easily
that in the neighborhood.
Easily.
We're all so happy they decided to build right there. And here's the ironic part. It is directly across the street from a fire station.
There you go. You ain't got to worry about it.
I think that's how it should always be.
Oh, by the stand.
I think they should actually set up the fireworks sales things in the parking lot of a fire station.
I think they should just make fireworks legal for San Antonio city limits, right?
I'm just
Might as well.
Well, I think if you did it in the parking lot of a fire station,
yeah,
it would you'd get the disapproving looks of the firemen. Like, are you really doing this? I'm trying to take the night off, and you're going to set a roof on fire. Like, you're really going to do this to me?
I'm trying to rest.
But at the same time, maybe they get a little bit of a safety training while they're there. Okay. I know my views aren't popular. I'm not here to win a popularity contest. But maybe they should be right there. No, we are going to buy a crap load of fireworks. They're right across the street now, man. I can walk over there. So, no, I'm going to have a whole bunch. And it's my favorite. New Year's is by far we are the best city in the country for fireworks. I think there's a few that think they are that might come close. But when you look at San Antonio from a vantage point where you can see our entire city, we rival third world countries for celebrations.
Yeah. And it's illegal in city limits.
Oh, but we rival, you name the third world country that celebrates after a military coup when they're out dancing in the streets and there's ordnance going off. We're in there with the best in the world. July 4th is second to New Year's, but it's pretty damn close. And the only difference really is everybody's still buying fireworks for the most part. It's just not all coordinated like New Year's. Because, at midnight, the whole city will set them off. And July 4th, as soon as there's just a little bit of darkness, just a little bit of opaque, kids are setting them off. So it's not all at once like New Year's, where everybody kind of sets it off, and then about 11 o'clock, everybody kind of starts to wait.
I was going to say, so how late is too late on 4th of July? Because we know at New Year's, once it's midnight, you go to about 12:30, 12:45-ish,
well,
depending on your neighborhood. But 4th of July?
This year, bro, this is going to go on all night.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because it's Friday night. Ain't nobody got to be anywhere on Saturday.
Yeah, see, my thing is on 4th of July, once it's past midnight, it needs to stop.
I got some bad news for you, man.
Because you got all afternoon for that.
Well, but you can't see the light.
Well, it gets dark at 8, so from 8 to what?
Dude,
8 to midnight?
It does not. It's still bright enough at 9 when you feel like you need to wait.
Yeah, but I don't.
So you're already asleep by 8. You think it's dark. It ain't.
No, I'm just thinking like 4th of July, that once it's like
Friday
10,
night,
11, yeah, that's it. You need to go inside. I will call the cops on you if you're after midnight.
Oh, we got the cop collar. Well, Monday through Thursday, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But we got kind of a perfect storm going on here. We got Friday, which makes the 3-day weekend nobody getting out. Then we got the 250th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the combination is we're going to have a fair amount of fireworks. But I say that kind of in jest. This has been kind of a build-up, the 250th birthday of the United States. I'm of the age where I remember the 200th. And I'm young enough. I was young enough to where it felt like a really big deal. 1976, the 200th birthday. And it felt very much a big deal. But, I was in school, so, they're kind of leaning in on it.
Yeah, I was 5 years old.
But I was in 6th grade. And it was kind of, even now, I can remember all the things that were going on in San Antonio and the stuff we did when I was in 6th grade because it was the 200th birthday of the country. Now we hit 250. Maybe I'm jaded. I'm excited to be an American. I certainly am.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that same. I don't know what it is.
200.
And I think it might be my
250?
age. But at 250, and judging by what I'm seeing up in D.C., it doesn't feel like the whole world's flocking to the state fair for whatever reason. I know the weather's bad, and I know it wasn't quite the July 4th, but I don't see that going on there. And obviously, there's politics involved with that, but I can get away from that. Well, there has been a survey, and I want you guys to consider as we get ready to go to break. At 250 years old, what do you love about this country? What are the little things that I think that the World Cup visitors have kind of held this mirror up to us and showed us that, hey, it's pretty good to be an American.
Yeah, I like when they tell us, we don't have this over here.
Yeah, we got some pretty good stuff hanging around here.
Well, first of all, air conditioning is number one.
Well, it seems and guess what? That air conditioning started right here in little old San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
So a survey was taken amongst a group of Americans. I don't know what their origin was, about what they love about the United States. And the little, I'll give you an example. A well-made cheeseburger.
Yes.
That is reason alone, number one.
And you have tons of choices, right?
Yeah. I mean,
you don't just have one place.
A well-made cheeseburger. You're not going to get that anywhere else in the world. They're going to try, but here we got it. That's one of the most basic things. One of the things that I found that the Euros have talked about is the sheer size of our roads.
Or just our portions in general.
Well, we'll get to all that. But one of those things I don't think we really take into consideration that we are very lucky to have is just generally big roads where we can go just about wherever we want. And we can get a big-ass vehicle to do it, too. And nothing gets in our way. And I think the Euros we truly take that for granted. So as we go to break, a couple questions I want you to consider. What is the best thing about America? When you brag to the rest of the world, you meet somebody from another country, they say, what's the best thing about your country? Now, we've got some lists. What do you think it is? What is America's greatest invention? I think Vic might already hit it on the head. What's the best thing America ever did or invented? And if you had to pick 5 things, 5 foods that represent America, 5 foods that you would go to anybody coming from anywhere in the world, you go, these are the quintessential things that every American holds true. Now, there could be some slight variances. I gave you one, a hamburger.
Mexican food has got to be in there, right?
Well,
So
remember, we're
tacos.
America.
Right. America, yeah. We have Taco Tuesday.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe we say Tex-Mex and don't say we offer you Mexican food because they go to Mexico and get that.
Right.
I'm talking about, as America, bragging on itself. What's the best thing about being American? What's our greatest invention? And what are the 5 foods that you would say, these are the American bits of cuisine? Doesn't mean it's like haute cuisine, but things that just kind of represent America. And I think a good example of that is, like I said, the cheeseburger, hamburger.
What about wings?
Well, we're gonna look at it on the other side, but that might be on the list. And then we'll have another couple of them. What's America's premier sports export? What's our best thing to export? What do we think is the best? Lots of great insight into what Americans believe they truly are. We're going to look at that. We're going to continue looking at the free agent deadline. What would you do? Trey Murphy's may be gettable, but it might cost a little bit, including a bunch of first rounders. We'll look at where the Spurs sit with those draft picks. Would you offer up the future for current help? Is Trey Murphy the guy? Is Rui Hachimura your guy? Or is John Collins? Those seem to be the top 3. That, what the hell's in a beaver nugget?
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, for the most part in good shape. We do have a few stalls that are off to the shoulder, so main lanes are getting by. Northeast side, 35 northbound at Weidner, 281 southbound 410. On the southeast side, 37 northbound 410, that stalls off to the right shoulder, and a minor wreck at Randolph Boulevard at Crestway. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about this morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line and we'll go check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples Easy Deal Days are here. Right now, you can score up to 50% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Don't miss your chance to save on tech, chairs, custom print, school supplies, and more. It all ends July 4th. Staples. That was easy.
Dave Ramsey here, and I love my Kinetico water softener. Right now, with the purchase of a Kinetico water softener, you receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink, complete with a color fixture to match your kitchen. That means cleaner, better tasting water for coffee, cooking, ice, and everyday drinking. The Kinetico K5 drinking water station removes up to 99% of many contaminants and can be customized for your home. So instead of buying bottled water or wondering what's really coming out of your tap, you get cleaner, great tasting water right where you use it most. A Kinetico runs on energy from your water flow, which means no electricity, no timer, and no computer that can break. With its twin tank system, you get soft water 24/7. Call Kinetico of San Antonio and the Hill Country for a free water test at 210-656-PURE. And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
KineticoSA.com.
License number 38961.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments, clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, free agency begins tomorrow, but the rumors and the work have already begun. The Charlotte Hornets continue to shed aged talent as they've now sent Miles Bridges to the Phoenix Suns, along with a 2029 first-round pick and a 2027 second-round pick for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2033 first-rounder.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, huddle up. It's the Morning Huddle here on 94.1. I'm Rob Thompson. No AJ today, sitting comfortably in a cold river soon enough, I hope. Sitting comfortably in his own cold river is Vic Brown on the other side there. Did you have a steak yesterday, man?
Oh,
did you have
of course I did. Yeah, I got my ribeye.
Had your ribeye fix?
Yeah, today's my wife's birthday, so we ate I cooked her dinner yesterday because I knew she had to work today and I had to work today.
So, what are you going to do tonight after you? Is the celebration well?
Yeah, it's not.
You're going to give her a hell of a gift, huh?
Yep, sure am.
Yeah.
I want to give her the Vic Brown special.
Now, she's had that before. You going to add something special?
That's
something extra?
Well, maybe, but that's why we've been married for 25 years. She's satisfied.
Well, every now and then you got to, spice things up.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit different.
Maybe show up with
Maybe I'll spend some money this time.
Maybe some costumes, some role play, maybe.
Well, we did that about 5 years ago. She's got a blonde wig and a
there
red
you go.
wig, yeah. But we'll probably break that out.
That's a gift. That's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
You said the steak dinner. Steak dinner seems pretty quintessential American, right? That seems like if you're asking, what's an American meal? What's an American food? What's for dinner?
Either barbecue, I would say a good T-bone on the grill, or some brisket or some ribs. Now, is it beef ribs or pork ribs?
Well, depending on where you're from.
Yeah, see, so.
I know that by the interwebs.
I know all the Japanese were eating, what was those, beef ribs, right?
It's dino ribs that have taken the world by storm.
Yeah.
I think dino ribs are a truly unique food staple that the rest of Europe, or for the most part, Europe has never actually seen. And it looks like most of Asia, too. Yeah. That's quintessential. The reason we're talking about this, if you're just dialing us in, and welcome, CBS News polled a group of Americans What do they love most about America as we celebrate the 250th birthday? They were asked the things that make the American way of life. One of the first and primary questions was, what's the best about the American way of life? What is the best thing about being here? And 44% of those polled said it was the people.
Right.
The people in America make this country. 44%. What do you think?
I think that's right.
What do you think about the number? The number of people that said it's people? Because it's less than 50%. So by that number,
so less than half,
56% of the people in the United States don't think it's the people.
Well, those are the racists.
Well,
those are the ones that just can't stand other people.
I wonder where that was 20 years ago. Now, again, we're going to look at the worst things that we've offered the world in a second. But these are the things that we think we should be showing up. Number 2, and I think this has been made very apparent by those that are coming to the United States and talking about our great country, is the land, the resources, and also the climate. 20% of Americans think the best thing about our country is manifest destiny. We've got all this land.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of room, too.
We got lots of room. The westering idea of America, which I still think is being fostered, there's still something over the horizon, that we believe that there's something better just on the other side of the hill, and we continue to think that way. The resources, we got everything you need. We got oil. We can grow enough food to feed the world. We got enough oil to sustain ourselves, at least we think we do. All those things kind of rolled into one.
Got a lot of ammo.
That actually is part of something further down. Now, 17% of those that were polled believe that what makes America great, the thing that we are most proud of, by the quote, what makes America great, 17% believe it's the economic system, trade, and business. That the free market, the capitalist idea, is the best thing in the world. Just 17%.
Wow, the freedom to make money, basically?
Just 17%. That number amazes me. Even more than only 44% of the people think it's the people, which I think what makes America great is the amalgam of all the different people. That's truly it for me, if you'd ask me. But only 17% think that it's the free market, that it's our ability to go eat what we kill, only fettered by the taxes that we try to get around, that we can go do what we want to do. Only 17% of
Interesting.
I find that astounding.
Yeah, that's a shocking
Just
number.
An absolute shock. Now, not that I think it should be rated higher than the people of our country, but even that was less than 15%. And finally, only 10% of Americans polled by CBS News believe that it's our government that makes us great. Only 10%.
Wah, wah.
I think we have reached a level, and you can define that however you like. Yeah. You can put it in the realm of your understanding, whatever your idiom is, whether you're on one side of the fence or other. You can find a reasoning for that. But no matter where the outcome is, it's sad.
You know what will make it better is that they had more term limits. You know, we have like 80-year-old people that have been in the government for like 50 years, like your generation's gone, buddy. Like, I don't know what lawmaking you're doing, but yeah, we need to get, I think that would be a fix. I think that number would go higher.
I think there's a lot of stuff, and it just depends on the time of year when you're asked what you're thinking. I mean, right now we are just a very fractured people, and the things that I think we've always relied on as the bedrock, the things that we look to, are kind of wavering, and for a lot of reasons. But I am astounded by that number. Now let's lighten things up for a second. What is America the best in the world at? What do we do better than anybody else? There's 5 possible things. Number 1, at 58%, movies and television.
Oh, the freedom of that? I guess?
No, what do we do better than anybody else? And we do. We make great TV, and we do good entertainment. We are we watch international stuff, but for the most part, most of our stuff is exported around the world, and I think that's absolutely right. And that's at 58%. Now, 56% of the country, tech and innovation, I think that, yes, I absolutely agree. That the iPhone and all that stuff that we invented, all the stuff. Music comes in at third, 41%. Sports, 38%, which I think is irony.
Okay.
And 31% think it's our food. I think that's a pretty good spread. All of these make sense to me. What do you think we do best at? It's the best thing we do.
I would think food. I think food and movies, yeah, because I'm into Dutton Ranch right now, and there's a lot of Netflix stuff, but there's a lot of overseas stuff, but it's not that good.
So not technology, not the innovation. And keep in mind, those Euros are loving our air conditioning. We've had that for 100 years.
Yeah,
and they still don't have it. We invented we didn't invent the automobile here. That actually was invented elsewhere, but we will take credit. How about a telephone? The telephone was invented here. 5% say that's true. And we invented the airplane.
That's right.
The Wright brothers. So that did come in. That came in at 4%. But 16%, the highest number, said the best thing that we've invented was democracy. And it's funny, that percentage is actually higher than what's our best way of life at 10% system of government. Again, interesting numbers. You can read into them what you will. Mm-hmm. What is the best food in America? What is the food that represents us more than anything else?
Gotta be the cheeseburger.
That's it. Cheeseburgers, number one at 33%. Barbecue, it didn't say which kind. I think that most people assume it's that Texas barbecue.
I'm thinking it's barbecue ribs, like the barbecue sauce ribs.
I think just the concept of meat over smoke.
Yes.
And I will leave it at that, whether it be pork,
or
beef,
brisket, or
chicken,
something over smoke.
The white meat, the fowl, or the red meat. I think that America is known as the place to go get meat that has been cooked slowly or quickly over fire. Number 3, apple pie. Yeah. No.
That was in the 60s.
Well, I just think it goes to the, God family, apple pie or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know very many people that.
Yeah, it's American as apple pie.
Yeah. So,
right?
but they tell me that. I don't go for apple pie first.
No.
If you had your choice of pies, would apple pie be your first choice?
No, it'd be a Dr. Pepper.
No, Dr. Pepper pie?
No, just a Dr.
No, I'm saying of
okay, a pie. Pecan pie.
See, I think there's a lot out there. So apple pie, I think and finally we get to hot dogs. I'd have thought hot dogs would have been number 1. Only 14% of those polled thought hot dogs was the best food that represents America. I'll tell you this, around the rest of the world, they look at us, unless you're in Germany, and go, they think of hot dogs. They do.
Oh, yeah.
Just the way that we treat them. There'll be more hot dogs consumed on July 4th than everything else combined. So I think that the rest of the world views us. And finally, it's pizza. But I guess it's kind of American, because the fact I've read many times that pizza was actually invented here. That the first pizza was actually made in Brooklyn way back when. That then the Italians had actually made it back to Italy, and they kind of refined it their way. But pizza was actually invented here. Kind of like the Taco Bell enchilada. That kind of migrated into, you know what I mean? That wasn't anywhere else. And that's probably pretty poor, but pizza comes in last. Now, I have a question for you as we go to break. Now, this is the good stuff about America. What's that stuff that we're also kind of proud that we gave the rest of the world that we don't talk about in polite company?
Missionary?
That might be one. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Although I'm going to blame that on the Brits.
Yeah. Maybe a Brit was over here and then.
Well, I think that there would be no obesity drug if it wasn't for America. There wouldn't be any Wegovy or semaglutides if we hadn't gotten so fat on everything else that the rest of the Euros love.
That's why the Euros are freaking out on our portions. They couldn't believe our portions and refills and that. Well, that's why we're
why we're this way. But you're welcome. You're up. We've invented the GLP-1s, the semaglutides. So we got the fix there. But that's one of those things that we've exported. A little bit of obesity. We're pretty proud of the high fructose corn syrup. The stuff we add into everything that makes us fat. We did that. Pretty proud of that. Mm-hmm. We gave that to you. What else have we sent? I think porn, but that might fall under entertainment.
Yeah, that
falls under the other stuff, but we're pretty good at it. The Swedish, porn industry, we put them to shame. We've now taken the world over with porn. Yeah. We the valley out there, so we've exported that pretty well. We're pretty good at taking drugs.
Yeah,
we're pretty good drug users.
We're big potheads over here.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where finally we're just screw it, legalize it. We're pretty good at that. Some countries have followed suit, but we kind of lead the way there. I think that we're also really good at we've learned how to manipulate the system far better than Euros have because they haven't had to. Most Europeans have figured out that, they know they get a month of vacation no matter what they do. A lot of Americans have figured a way around that to get the days off they need. We lie to our bosses a lot more. We're good at that. We're good at getting over. That's the American way, is getting over. Where's the loophole? We find the hole. That's good for other people, not for me. I need the tax loophole. We're good at that. We're finding the way around. Get a good lawyer. Those are the good things that we export. The other good things we export is our sports fandom and how we appreciate the World Cup. We're good at that. No, we're actually not. Coming back, let's look at the weekend we just had in the free agency world, what the Spurs are going to do. Is Trey Murphy a possibility? Are we worthy of a Kawhi discussion? I hope not. The free agency starts in just a little over 24 hours. Are the Spurs going to be active? Is there a deal to be made? We'll look at that and around the rest of this crazy world, and we're talking losers in about 20 minutes. You're on the Morning Huddle. Vic, you with us? Let's take this to task. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know, our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
He's a veteran. He signed up to vettix.org. She's in the military. She's a member. They are members of VetTix. Thank you, VetTix. When you give your extra tickets or donate to vettix.org or firsttix.org, you are giving something to those who gave. He's a firefighter. He signed up to firsttix.org. She's an EMT. She's a member. They are members of FirstTix. Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and FirstTix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to those currently serving and veterans, the immediate families of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes and help them re-engage with American life by giving them free, fun experiences and new happy memories that'll last a lifetime. And now, we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
If debt has become a part of your story, maybe it's time for a new chapter.
Connect with NFCC. We match you with trusted nonprofit credit counseling services to provide you a path to financial freedom. We're your sidekick that can make you feel like the main character in your story again. No judgment, no pressure. Just the advice you need on your terms. Visit nfcc.org/yourside or call 833-837-7698 to get started. NFCC, on your side, by your side.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. How the hell do I get this pole out of my face? I mean, it won't go away. Typically, it goes away, man.
If it lasts longer than 4 hours, you want to go see a doctor, Joe.
Well, damn. I've tried to read some comments here, and I can't get this damn thing to go away. It's just crazy. Well, it's a good question that I will pose to everybody. Is Wemby the face of the NBA? I would just like to know. It's an informal poll. If I can get this other one the hell out of the way. Yeah.
Having trouble with your poll?
I'm having well, that's been happening for years, Pledge. It's not something that started today. You know, Father Time is undefeated.
Mexico did a hell number on you, huh?
Dude, I'm still in rehab.
You and Brendan Sorsby.
Sure. Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's about 8:20. Welcome on the Morning Huddle, and I'm getting a little hungry. Pizza sounds good for lunch today. Y'all want some free pizza? I know I would. How about a mellow mushroom pizza? That's even better. We do it every Monday. We give away a mellow mushroom pizza. When was the last time you ate over there, Vic?
No, it's actually you get a $50 gift card to get whatever you want.
When was the last time you went over there?
I don't know. I think when they first opened.
Yeah, I mean, it's great over there on 1604. It is worth the effort. If you've never been, go. But now's a great opportunity. Let's give it away. How should we give it away, Vic? You got a number in mind?
Let's do caller number 8.
Number 8 is going to get a $50 gift card to go dine on us at the Mellow Mushroom Pizza. I highly recommend it. Win it. If you don't win it, go anyway. It's a place, once you go once, you'll certainly go back. It's
worth it. It definitely is worth it.
On a Mellow Mushroom Monday. Did we have a double dinger? Dumbledore winner over the weekend? We didn't. No, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look.
This is the first time the Rangers have actually took a series all season over the Rangers. I mean, over the Blue Jays. So they had a pretty good run of it, but I don't think we had any 2 home runs from the same dude. Yeah. But we might be rounding in the same direction. We might be getting close to somebody getting 2 home runs and actually getting picked by one of our esteemed listeners. And we'll do that in about 15 minutes. I don't think we had anybody even close.
Yeah, now our last guest was Wyatt Langford.
I don't think Wyatt went through.
And he did not hit a home run on Friday.
They're in Cleveland tonight and got a lefty up tonight. That might affect something. You might be looking at maybe Jake Burgers. Corey Seager continues to be hot. We're going to give you that opportunity here in just about 15 minutes for the double donger, the double dong challenge. If you don't know what that is, we give our listeners on game days, Monday through Friday, an opportunity to pick a player. And if that player hits 1 home run, they will get free tickets to a future Rangers game. If that player hits 2 home runs, you get tickets and a hotel for a fun night stay, a fun weekend stay up in the Metroplex, which I just spent the weekend up there. Caller number 8, get that Mellow Mushroom. We're going to be giving away this in just a couple of minutes. Don't call now because we're not doing it. We're going to be doing it in just a second. And by the time you get there, hopefully you won't go there on a World Cup weekend. I was driving by, dude. I was staying up in North Dallas. Anybody knows the Metroplex?
Is that by Denton?
I was staying up by Denton.
Okay.
And they're playing the game at Jerry World there in Arlington. And I was going to Bobby V's, one of my favorite Bobby Valentine's old bar in Arlington, to go meet some friends on Saturday. And I had to go through and by and near and around Jerry World. And, you know, it's fun watching this on television.
Oh, of
the
course.
hordes that are arriving at these game days. And it would be fun to be in it. It would be fun to go and party in it. But it is freaking chaos around it. Because you've got this mix of people that aren't from here, mix of people that are running late, and then you got the mix of people that are driving cars that are not from here and driving late that got their license in some other country. And there are people stopping on the highway. I mean, just veering over 8 lanes of traffic.
It's a mess.
Paying zero attention at the street lights. If it was green and they needed to take a left, if they got off the line before the oncoming traffic did, you better just wait.
Hey, I saw a video one time where they were amazed that we have right turn on red here.
Oh.
Is there not a right turn on red in Europe? Well, it would be left turn, right? Because they're on the other side of the road.
That's it.
That's the reason why? Yeah.
My experience, now I've only driven in a couple of foreign countries. And I did at one point have a British driver's license. And my experience, now this has been a long time ago, but way back when, most of the places that you would turn in Britain, they use roundabouts unless you're in a town.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, you kind of never really stop. You just kind of yield to, remember, you're going left all the time. You come on and make that roundabout going left instead of right. So you're kind of
Is that the one Chevy Chase was stuck in European Vacation?
So you always kind of turn left on what would be red, but you're yielding to oncoming traffic to kind of get there.
Okay. All right.
But I'm talking about those that are from the Argentinian drivers. They have a whole other set of rules down there that they were applying to us. It was it was chaos, and it was all the rental cars just going where they wanted to go. They're getting to where they get to be, and avoiding all the other internationals that are just roaming through downtown, remarkably drunk. The amount of alcohol that has been, you know how we've talked over the last couple of months, we've had all these different stories about how American alcohol consumption has dropped. How, we just don't drink as much booze as we used to, whether it be hard beer, whatever you might call it.
But it seems like the Europeans have caught us up.
Well, yeah, they've taken up the slack, trust me.
I was going to say.
They see, what is going on essentially is
they drank all the beer, to be honest.
Well, all the Euros are coming over, and it's like America was back in the 80s when we were boozing like crazy, when we were drinking like no tomorrow. They're still doing that over there, and they're bringing their booze and lots of cigarettes.
Yes.
Lots of cigarette smokes. I mean, I've seen more people standing around out on street corners and outside of restaurants in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Lots of smokers. It's something that we had kind of put in our past that we don't really see that much. I mean,
yeah, because we're vapors.
Well, I mean, we're not really tobacco users
No,
at all. I mean,
not
it's
anymore.
just kind of, and the vape stuff you can kind of get away with it.
We're more of an edible / pot.
Yeah,
country.
we've kind of gone that direction.
Yeah,
which
is fine.
No, I mean,
everyone's
whatever
got
it
their
might
deal.
be, but we thought the rest of the world kind of went with us, and you could tell that the alcohol distributorships were just not prepared for what was coming.
I still can't believe they ran out of beer in Boston.
Just drink a city dry.
That is unreal.
Well, I'm telling you, I think it scared the rest of the country to make sure that they had the amount required. But now we don't have teams hanging out for a weekend anymore. It's one and done stuff. So and they're traveling from city to city. So I don't think we're going to run into that. But the last of that was going on Saturday because it felt like the Argentinians had been there for a minute. I don't know who they were playing. I didn't see any of the opposing team, but that blue was everywhere. Everywhere. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I think with Jordan is who they were playing yesterday.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Or Saturday.
It was the Jordan. That's right. It was the Jordanians.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, I think there was a Jordanian family that I ran into in Buc-ee's or at the kolache stop asking for the most famous kolache.
Kalash?
Kalash is how they pronounced it. And we all, how we say everybody in line stepped in to help. As soon as we realized they were truly from someplace else, we all got real nice. because we were all getting.
That's who we are.
Well, we were all getting mad at them because they weren't making their choice. They were all kind of just talking.
Oh, because we're all
leaning in and huddling up,
Yeah.
and then pointing and kind of huddling up, and finally they had one kid that could speak English, and he asked the question. As soon as we realized, oh, y'all aren't from here. Well, let's give you some hospitality.
Bless your heart. Let's help you.
Oh, no, we helped. And then we bought the guy that was, when you stop at the West Kolache shop, and the one on the other side, but the one that the OG one, they always would heat them up for you. Like you can give them to them, that put them in the microwave, and so you get a hot kolache on the way out. So there was a guy waiting and getting his heated up, and then they went to buy, and the guy bought their kolaches. That's just, I mean, that's how us people, we work with them. And we had some very happy Jordanians leave having kolaches.
I would have been like, you need to try the lengua y la barbacoa.
Oh, man.
And we have tripas.
See, we can't claim that. Well, we can't, as Americans, that's not ours.
Yeah.
No, that's Mexico. Let's give that. Yeah. Now, we can claim Tex-Mex. But ask anybody from El Paso. Our Mexican food ain't even the same as El Paso's.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? So
to them, Taco Bell is Mexican food.
Not to them. I think they're more internal. I think we're closer to Taco Bell as Mexican food than they are. Everybody I knew from El Paso, when they come to San Antonio, they're like, this ain't Mexican food. This is Tex-Mex. This is Americanized Mexican food, which I think we can claim that. I think Tex-Mex is ours, and there's nothing like it anywhere else in the world, but I don't think we can call it Mexican because it ain't. For the most part. It's Mexican to the point of about 50 miles on the other side of the border. And evidently Jalisco, which seems to be the state that provides the best cooks at my random RMRs. Hey, coming back, we got a lot more to do. We're talking draft. We got losers on the other side. We're going to figure out who had the worst weekend and take your calls. So don't go anywhere. This is 94.1. You're on San Antonio Sports Star. You know, Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor. He has been for a long time. Although when I first met Dr. Torres, this was back in 2016, he had been a part of what is still a thriving medical practice known as the Institute for Functional Health. And what caught my eye was the title, the functional health part of it, because Dr. Torres, more than anything else, believes that feeling good comes from living good. And if you're living the right way and you're eating the right way, suddenly all those little things that just kind of slow you down go away. I'm talking about the brain fog, the achy joints, the tired back, and all those things that go along with being heavy. The functional health matters. If a doctor says you're healthy and you don't feel good, what's the point? And he convinced me that losing a few pounds, I'd feel a little better. I lost a lot of weight, I'd feel a lot better. He applied principles that work for me that I know will work for you. You do not need semaglutide. You do not need pills or shots to lose weight. Even if you have failed in the past, you failed because you didn't have the help required. And Dr. Torres and his crack staff give you the help you need, both psychological, physical, and biological. There's supplements that will help you lose weight. The whole thing wrapped into one works. The Institute for Functional Health will be your best decision when you decide it is finally time to lose weight. And when you call them now, 210-468-1891. Dr. Torres will talk to you directly and explain to you why he's been so successful with people like you, like me. Listen, if it's time to lose weight, there is no better call to make than the Institute for Functional Health and Dr. Torres. Make that call. Let him change your life. And when he does, come on by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, heads up on the northeast side on 35. We've got a major accident working southbound 35 right as you approach Randolph Boulevard. It's a 30-minute delay. Stop and go from Tupper Wine, 3 right lanes blocked. If you guys see something we're not talking about this morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line and we'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
Did you know America is turning 250 this year?
That's 250 candles on a cake.
And Mr. W Fireworks has the biggest selection to celebrate in style.
We're talking rockets, sparklers, fountains. So many fireworks.
And the prices?
The lowest anywhere, guaranteed.
No hidden fees, no price hikes, just real savings. Our family has been helping you celebrate since 1963.
So we know how to do birthdays right.
Find a location at MrWFireworks.com.
Mr. W Fireworks.
Auto accidents can be physically painful and emotionally traumatizing. So the last thing you need is a bunch of hot air from insurance companies. That's why you need Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Get your case going today at tjhlaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Latinos have been here always, before, during, and after the founding of the United States. We are small business owners rising before dawn to power the economy. Hands that pick, manage, and prepare the food that nourishes America. Builders of our homes, our cities, our roads, our communities. Workers who labor daily to strengthen the very fabric of our nation. We are caregivers, teachers, doctors, engineers, neighbors, families raising the next generation. Latinos contribute over $4 trillion to America's GDP, bringing promise, innovation, and vitality to every corner of the U.S. We are the backbone, an indelible part of the American story. We are America. America is us. Learn more by going to americaisus.org and discover how Latinos have shaped America's journey and continue to forge its future.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the World Cup, the knockout round began with a bang as Canada advanced to the round of 16 with a 1-0 win over South Africa. They did it late in the 95th minute. We have 3 games today: Brazil, Japan, Germany, Paraguay, and the Netherlands at Morocco. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's go!
Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the morning huddle. $8:36. In the next hour, things I can promise. In the next hour, I'm going to give you the opportunity to go see a fighting Texas Rangers baseball game on us. All you got to do is pick a player that's going to hit a home run. You do that, you're on us. You got tickets. If you find that the guy can hit two dinger-dongers,
you got it.
You get to go. I drove by the stadium. I drove by both baseball stadiums over the weekend. Beautiful, beautiful places. Beautiful. We do this every Monday. We talk about our favorite losers. We do it every Monday. You know, we kind of do this so no matter where you are in life, somebody's got it worse than you. Somebody out there has had a worse couple of days than you are. You just got to find the right place to look. I was telling Vic, my dog, I think, is like genuinely mad at me. My dog threw a legitimate
yeah, my dog's done the same
tantrum last night. Like, just, I'm not going to look at you. It's called...
it's only 2 days, right? Friday?
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, and you picked him up Sunday.
The term, I believe, is called anthropomorphic, where we assign human traits to animals that don't feel or think the same way we do.
Okay.
But we think because they're acting like we would act, we give them like they have feelings, when in fact they don't. They're just reacting to stimuli. That's a belief, and I do think a lot of times that's true. I don't think we give dogs enough credit as far as, I think my dog is like legitimately pissed that I dropped her off at the at Bunk and Biscuit, which, shoot, I would stay at a Bunk and Biscuit. I've stayed in worse hotels than a Bunk and Biscuit. She's staying in a nice place, man. She's got a better kennel than I have at home, although she doesn't stay in it. But, I mean, off the ground, she gets to go play in water and go play with friends and go do all the other stuff that she doesn't get to do with me. You'd think she would be excited about it. No, that dog legit would not look at me, wouldn't come and like lay next to me, would turn her head and would look away from me when I'd come into the room. Wow. That's what happens with the losers. When your dog no longer likes you, you've become a loser. At that point, there's not much left. Do you have any extraordinary losers in your world, Vic, before I throw mine?
Nothing that comes to mind right now.
We're
all winners right now.
We're all winners on our 250th birthday.
That's right.
Just know this, that you are within, I would say, 10 minutes right now, no matter where the listening audience is, no matter where you are around San Antonio or this great state of Texas. I bet you're less than 10 minutes from being able to go and buy a 6-inch in diameter mortar that can launch fireworks larger than you could have ever dreamed of out of your backyard right now. That's not loser. That's winning. You're winning. You have access to fireworks right now. Now, we've brought these people up, you people. We've talked about the WNBA ad nauseum and the ups and downs of the league, of what's gone on. The WNBA has reached a new low. And this is on the heels of one of the more spectacular basketball games, and I don't lay claim to seeing it. There's like a 4-overtime game yesterday. Worthy of a watch. Yeah, there was, and we've had, the drama obviously with Caitlin. But now what's going on is the WNBA, because, and this is a symptom, this is an outgrowth of something that they've seen coming, is because the refereeing is so bad in the WNBA. I've started seeing these reels, these highlight tapes floating around, whatever your social media is, they're there, of just out and out brutality on a WNBA basketball court. The WNBA right now looks like the NBA or the ABA did back in the 70s. I'm not kidding. It is a free-for-all. The highlight or the lowlights, however you want to divide, whether it's your favorite star, whether you're a Caitlin or not, go look at the brutality that the WNBA is allowed to inflict on each other. It is ridiculous. It would never fly in the modern NBA because those guys are too valuable. Those guys go down. That's a $250 million deal that's on crutches. We can't have that. We protect our players. WNBA does not give a crap. They have got to fix their reffing. My wife, my wonderful sports wife, who's had to live the life that I have, and really, has developed opinions over the times that are very counter to mine, even though we see the same things.
Right.
Turned to me in the car yesterday as I'm driving down the toll road east of Austin, white-knuckled, trying to keep up with a Porsche. And she said verbatim, the WNBA is ghetto.
Wow. Well, it is.
Well, I want you to understand, that my wife is a very much an advocate for women's equality, very much, and has lived that life. She has seen glass ceilings. She has fought through things. She is very, well, not a WNBA fan, was very much about and followed very closely how the WNBA was finally kind of coming into proximity with other stuff. Because, she grew up in basketball, certainly, but never that side. And was, Caitlin, like a lot of other people, drew her into the WNBA. She was a good story 3 years ago. And a lot of people who just kind of got drawn in initially and watched Caitlin appreciated all that she was bringing to the game. She was fun. It was going to be fresh. And the WNBA had a little burst of youth, and she could shoot and seemed marketable. And everybody fell in love with her. Now, we've come to find out there's some prickliness there. But when you've lost my wife, I think she's kind of the tip of the iceberg. I think the WNBA has shot themselves in the foot by something that we saw coming. The players and the coaches last year at the end of the season said the first thing we have to address is the reffing. Now, we can get mad at the individual goon players around the league, whoever they are, name the names. But they're only going to go as far as the refs allow them to go. They will only goon it till the refs foul them out, tee them out, and teams start losing for free throws. They will only goon for as long as they're allowed to goon. And for whatever reason, the powers that be have allowed the WNBA's reffing to get so outrageous. It's pathetically bad. And it makes for, I guess, in-game entertainment if you're there. Everybody loves a good rough and tumble pick. Everybody likes to see roll around and maybe a fight or two. But by the numbers, it might not feel it. But by the appearance, the WNBA has gone too far in one direction. It has gotten to a place where stars aren't being allowed to be stars. And that's got to change. You've got to allow these players to go. The WNBA, you've reached a new low. You had plenty of reason to be called losers, but now you're doing it to yourself. Now there's something that you can legitimately fix that has nothing to do with viewership or who's watching or who's paying attention or who's buying tickets and the TV deals. You hire the refs. You train the refs. You need to fix the refs. This has gotten out of hand. And here's the problem. There's probably 100 WNBA players, not even that many. I bet there's 50 WNBA players that are in this league solely because they're allowed to play a type of rough basketball that they shouldn't be allowed to play. That there's talent in the league that is here for one reason, just to goon it up. And it is hurting their game. And as much as I am anti-putting Caitlin Clark as the face of the league, because she's not. She's just really good. What they have allowed her to become is the poster child for, as my wife called it, ghetto basketball. That's losing, man. And this is something that you brought on yourself. There's lots of different ways to recreate the pecking order of the league and who should be lauded and who should be awarded and who should be covered first. Beating them up is not the way to do it. This is not the NBA. You don't have the leeway to do this. And it's hurting your game. And I want it to be successful. But this where you sit today has got to be fixed. And the strange thing about it is you can do it yourself. You don't have to call the league. You don't have to renegotiate a CBA to get more money. You got the money. You've got the stars. You've got the platform. But you've allowed this to occur. Loser. 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 We got more to come. This is 94.1. You're on San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, step up if you really know the Rangers. This is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
You know, there's nothing I hate more than dishonest business practices. So I built the company GiveMeTheVin.com around this slogan. We do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it. At GiveMeTheVin.com, we show up at your house, check in hand, pay off your payoff. It's just that simple. GiveMeTheVin.com. We're the only 5-star BBB rated card buyer out there.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
When it comes to your yard, reliability matters. Shop with confidence at the Home Depot and get 4th of July savings on Ryobi, the #1 cordless outdoor power brand. It's time to choose your power. Both the Ryobi 18-volt and 40-volt self-propelled mower kits are on special buy for an even lower price of $429 each, was $479. Ryobi's battery platform delivers the power, runtime, and dependability you need to tackle yard work with ease. Shop 4th of July savings on Ryobi outdoor power only at the Home Depot. While supplies last, pricing valid June 25th through July 8th. US only. See store online for details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, the free agent period in the NBA is just about here.
Who are some players the Spurs should be targeting? We will dive into that.
Latest in the trade rumors as well. That's still going on.
Plus the World Cup.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And we're back! It's the Huddle. I'm Rob. AJ will be back tomorrow. Vic Brown is carrying me on his shoulders like Atlas in a globe. I got a story for you on the other side. For those of y'all out there in the world that need a hero, I have your hero. There is a hero walking the world's streets right now, the likes of which needs to be lauded, and I'm going to tell you about that just on the other side. Now, this is one of those where you go, oh, we need this and we need more of it, and that'll be just on the other side there. But before we get to the fun stuff, Edwin just came in, and, you know, for those of you that believe in a higher power, that think that there's a being or a thing out there that can help others that we can all tap into, whether it be the Force or maybe a god or I don't know what it might be.
Like the Wemby
I
candle?
want you all to gather around and maybe it's a candle, whatever that thing is, and consider a young man. Oh, I say young man because I'm an old one. Chris Johnson, remember him? Running back, fastest man ever on the planet. You might remember him remember him with the Titans for a long time. When I was at EA, he was a cover boy. Hall of Fame worthy, fastest guy I've ever seen. This morning announced on Good Morning America that he was diagnosed with ALS.
Whoa.
And that is, I'm not sure there's a worse diagnosis. And you never, that's Lou Gehrig's disease. You never want to be diagnosed with a disease that somebody's name is on.
Oh, I see.
You don't want any of that. Yeah. Because that means it's pretty dread. So if you have the wherewithal and that's something you believe in, you send vibes, you send prayers, you light candles, you burn sage, whatever it is. Put Chris Johnson on that list today. That's a tough bit of news for an NFL hero, for a lot of folks. For a brief shining moment, Chris was the back, the likes of which I hadn't seen anybody that fast carry the ball ever in my life. And to see him get that diagnosis and to know full well what's coming.
Did it show? Did it say how far along he was?
I haven't seen. I know that Edwin just came in, and I've seen it start popping up on my socials that Chris Johnson says he's been diagnosed with ALS. That is tough news. Not an Oiler, but of the same lineage.
Same time, yeah.
Tough news from the NFL world. So when you're doing your daily higher power stuff, if you do such things, please put him in there because he and his family are certainly going to need it for what's coming because that is one of those dread diseases that just is terrifying to me and anybody else. So God bless him, power plus him, whatever it might be for him, we send him that way. We've got one more hour of full force fun. That's a lot of alliteration from a talk radio host.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of fun.
In that alliterative last hour, we have several things coming your directions, the least of which is I have a story of not all superheroes wear capes, though this one might actually wear one. We have that coming your direction. I'm going to give you an opportunity to go see a Rangers game. That's coming your direction. We also have news from Hollywood, of course, and Reddit on Reddit. That's coming your direction. And Vic Brown might take his shirt off. So we've got all that just around the bend.
Yeah, you never know.
Starting a Monday like it's a Tuesday because we're all off on Friday. You do the math. We'll be right back. It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Talk.
You're listening to The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, heads up on the northeast side on 35. We've got a major accident working southbound 35 right as you approach Randolph Boulevard. It's a 30-minute delay. Stop and go from Tupper Wine. 3 right lanes blocked. If you guys see something we're not talking about this morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line and we'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Party at your place this summer? During July 4th deals at Lowe's, save $80 on select Charbroil Performance Series Gas Grill, now $2.99, and get up to 45% off select major appliances. Valid through 7/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more detail.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocation, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
In the U.S., 1 in 5 children with cancer will not survive. But there is hope because of you. Help give them more birthdays, more moments, more tomorrows, because every child deserves a chance to grow up. Give them tomorrow. Support St. Jude today.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, free agency begins tomorrow, but the rumors and the work have already begun. The Charlotte Hornets continue to shed aged talent as they've now sent Miles Bridges to the Phoenix Suns, along with a 2029 first-round pick and a 2027 second-round pick for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2033 first-rounder.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, huddle up! It's the fourth quarter. Get your 4 up. We dominate the end of the games. We dominate. The work we do, I don't know. The work we do in July, it pays off in December when it comes to playoffs. We close hard, as it were. I just raised my arms. If you're on the brigade bar, look at that gruesome thing.
I know, man.
Dude, I have a bruise. Looked like I've been shot. My arm. And it's one of those things where you're old I don't know how I got it.
Yeah, were you shot by a beanbag or something?
It looks like I was protesting. I was protesting. They're putting lipstick on schnauzers, and I didn't like that.
You got in a fight at Buc-ee's. That's what happened.
I squared off with this Portuguese dude who would not get out of the way of the beaver nugget line.
What is a beaver nugget? You mentioned, what is it?
What the hell's in that thing, man?
Is it dark meat or is it?
No, they're crispy.
They're
it's
like
a cereal.
balls of dough.
I think it reminds me of beaver nuggets. Remind me of a cereal that we used to have a long time ago. I don't remember what it was.
Like Corn Pops.
It's like Corn Pops, but remember when Corn Pops they would roll them in like the stuff that makes cracker like hard caramel.
Okay.
And that's what like Cracker Jacks, but it was corn That's what it was, a cereal that you could buy. I don't think you still can. That's what beaver nuggets remind me of. Oh. But yeah, I squared off and took out a Portuguese dude. He looked at me sideways. We don't cotton to that here in America.
He made fun of my car.
You know, everybody. You know, the idea. If you watch those Marvel noir series, that like the Neo Spider-Man thing that's out now, and you see the Punisher, and you see all the vigilantes out there, that the superheroes that are taking care of crime. Cops can't do it, so I'm going to do it. Kind of attitude. We all like that idea until we actually see it. You know what I mean? There was a guy named Bernie Getz who lived in New York back probably been 30 years ago. Was riding a subway train and was packing a gun, and he saw something go down, and he took out a couple of muggers, and he murdered them. But he was also vigilante. He was taking care of a crime. There were no cops. He did it, and ended up doing some time. The idea of a vigilante we love until we see it. Well, guess what? We got one. It's in Mexico, and he's known, are you ready for this, as Batman.
We have a Mexican Batman?
So we got a Mexican Batman who, in Mexico City, who, as of now, that we can pinpoint, at least 5 different times, has caught these dudes that are, if you've been to Mexico City, everybody either got a Volkswagen Beetle or a motorcycle, or like a scooter or some kind of thing. But everybody got a Volkswagen. The Beetles are getting fewer and fewer, but there's still a whole bunch of Volkswagen Beetles in the DF. And a lot of the scooters, to get around the terrible traffic of the city. Well, at least 5 men have been discovered duct taped to street poles after being caught by this vigilante stealing motorcycles and scooters. There's a picture of these 2 dudes that have been caught by Batman, and he has wrapped them. He's wrapped them in duct tape and taped them to a light pole.
Oh my God. I just looked it up.
Go Google this. I hope to God this guy's wearing a cape. The vigilante is referred to as Batman of Lagos de Moreno. He left the stolen bikes near the men to show off their crimes and left them taped to the pole.
And the police want him.
And now here's the thing. So, like I said, we all are down with the idea of vigilantism. It sounds like a great idea in the offing. Out there protecting the public, not beholden to the man, just disseminating justice as it should be. Well, the men that got taped up are treated as victims now.
Ooh.
They had to be cut free, and they were treated for their injuries. It's unclear if they're being investigated for the thefts themselves, because they were never actually caught by the cops. So they were just found taped to a pole next to a stolen motorcycle. But everybody knows they stole them. I think we've reached the maximum of human potential. I think this is where we need to be right about now.
It's hilarious.
Some guys are born to greatness. Others have them thrust upon them. We need the Batman of Los Morenos to franchise
So what
this.
gave him the name Batman? Did they see him wear a cape or he didn't have a wrestling mask or anything?
No.
Nothing, right?
They're saying that he's wanted by police for allegedly chasing down suspected motorbike thieves around town and taping them to lampposts, according to the report.
Okay.
At least 5 men have been discovered helplessly duct taped to street poles over the last 10 days, beginning on June the 13th in Lagos de Moreno, a suburb of the DF. The thieves also, it gets better. So what he would also do is duct tape these dudes to the pole, and then he would draw mustaches and whiskers onto their face, or write the word thief onto their face, and then call the cops.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Man, they use a lot of tape.
See, this is the thing. I don't believe it's just one. I think there's a Robin involved.
Oh, there's got to be.
There got to be a Robin, right? Or at least a Batgirl.
Man, they have some good drugs over there.
If I'm not sure who would be worthy of that in San Antonio, but if some random street tough got taped to a light post in downtown San Antonio and whiskers drawn on his face and thief across his forehead. I might be willing to give this guy a key to the city. I might be, for every bandit you catch, you get a free taco. You get something free from, like, free pan dulce every morning.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of
got to be able to take care of
some kind of good incentive
of our
here.
superheroes, our Batman.
You get sweet tickets to the Spurs.
I'm just
saying.
You know what?
Real good.
Remember the dude that was beating up all the Knicks fans up in New York?
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring him down here.
Let's bring him. Oh, he'll
Wasn't
straighten
he wearing a
everybody out.
Rodman jersey?
Yeah.
He was.
Number
wearing,
10, yeah.
So that's his superhero costume. He'll just come down here and fight crime. He'll be our Mexican Batman.
Yeah.
Is there a Spanish translation to Batman?
Not really. It's always just been Batman. I mean, there probably is, but I don't know what it is.
In Spanish.
Yeah. I know ratero is burglar.
Let's see.
Or robber.
No, nothing that really strikes the fancy. All right, we owe you a lot of sports talk. Coming up on the other side, we're about a little bit under 36 hours, a little less than that, a little bit under 30 hours before the free agency deadline begins. We'll talk about what the Spurs might very well be doing, possible culprits there. We've got Reddit on Reddit, and we got your morning or your daily lines coming just around the corner. So you know what you need to do? I would go and take advantage of listening to our fine sponsors. Get yourself really, really caffeinated and sit in with us for the next 45 minutes. That's what I do. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to go break. I'm going to get some coffee. We're going to be right back. I'm going to take you all the way home. You're on the Morning Huddle. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have a couple of stalls on 410 Frontage Road southbound at South WW Wide. Got a right lane blocked. And a stall at I-10 westbound Heebner now off to the shoulder. Northeast side at 35 on the Frontage Road northbound at Weidner. Getting reports of a large pothole blocking one lane, so repair underway. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll go and check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, bent tie rod. What are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
This is Joel Frederick. From all of us at Quarterman, thank you. Through the years and through the growth of this city, you've trusted us to be there when it matters most. For plumbing repairs, air conditioning repairs, new system installs, and so much more. Now, you're going to start seeing a new Quarterman logo. It's a fresh look, but it reflects the same company we've always been. Rooted in hard work, family values, fair pricing, and caring for people the right way. Quartermoon Plumbing, AC, and Heating. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Nobody builds a business without hearing a few reasons it won't work. Too risky, too crowded, too ambitious. But the people who move things forward usually hear those words first. Because growing a business takes more than optimism. It takes nerve, and eventually, a partner built for what's next. That's Next Rodeo. Big thinking, proven creative. For businesses still moving forward. Next Rodeo, the difference between the business you have and the business you want. Meet us at thenextrodeo.com.
America is having the biggest birthday party ever.
250 years old. That's like a lot of candles.
And you can't have the best birthday party without the best fireworks. Mr. W Fireworks has everything you need to make America's 250th totally unforgettable.
The lowest prices around.
Seriously, nobody beats them.
Nobody.
No sneaky fees, no crazy markups. Just awesome fireworks at real low prices. Go to MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you. Mr. W Fireworks.
Because 250 only happens once.
This World Cup update on San Antonio Sports Star is brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks is unmatched for every match. With 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra, handcrafted Casamigos margaritas, a scratch-made menu, and screens that put you in the front row of every game, it's all going down at the Lodge. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer update sponsored by Gusto. Gusto is online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. I'm Erica Herskowitz. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. The Netherlands have advanced to the World Cup final 3 times and have never won a World Cup title. Could this be the year? If so, the Orange will have to win tonight. They'll be taking on Morocco in the knockout round in Guadalupe, Mexico, in the nightcap of a triple header that begins in Houston. Coming up this afternoon, 5-time world champion Brazil will take on Japan, and Brazil is looking to snap a 24-year title drought. Brazil manager Carlo Ancelotti says he expects Neymar to play today, but he'll come off the bench, and his minutes will depend on how the match unfolds as the star continues to recover from a calf injury. After Brazil and Japan, Germany will be taking on Paraguay at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. I'm Erica Herskowitz, Westwood One Sports.
You know that junk drawer you keep avoiding? That was my payroll situation before switching to Gusto, the online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. Gusto is all-in-one, remote-friendly, and incredibly easy to use. You can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere with unlimited payroll runs and no surprise fees. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.
Ooh, boy.
And then you got those pickled jalapenos tucked right under the filet, and then just to top it all off, you've got a little honey drizzle right on top.
Okay, now I'm a pimento fan.
And I'm feeling the dragon fruit.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
You're listening to The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's The Morning Huddle. This was the summer song of the year or whatever it was, right?
Yeah, Daft Punk with Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell.
Yeah. Get Lucky.
Looks like activity in the NBA is picking up. Jaylen Brown is front and center on the trade market. And I was, getting ready for the show today. I was looking through the NBA, and if you start reading articles from across the country, you can tell who's serious and who's not about chasing talent. But I think as we sit right now, there are probably, I'd say 4 teams, maybe 5, that can be considered teams that are capable and have interest in Jaylen Brown. And I believe it'd probably be the Portland Trailblazers, the Denver Nuggets, obviously the Toronto Raptors, but they're in it for maybe Kawhi too, and the LA Clippers, and maybe the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks might be just building for the future and not in any rush, but they do have enough on their plate that they can move, and he can legitimately help them given the situation or the positions, just as long as they don't get rid of too much of that young talent. But there's only one team that I believe has to get him and has the wherewithal to still be good after the deal is done. Now, I don't know the pieces and parts to this, but if I'm the Denver Nuggets and I'm sitting looking at my place in the world in the Western Conference, anybody to the right of the Joker is available. Anybody. Jamal Murray? Sure. You name your favorite player other than the Joker on Denver, and I would move 1, 2, or 3 of them for Jaylen Brown. Because Denver has reached their peak, and they're going to tell you and they're going to act like, oh, we're still in it to win it. We still got Joker. We still Jamal Murray, and we just a couple of pieces and parts. Our only problem has been the Timberwolves have just had our number. And if Minnesota hadn't been around over the last couple of years, we'd have been much further along. We were much more prepared to beat Oklahoma City than a lot of teams. We just couldn't get past Minnesota. That's what they're telling themselves. That's not the case. And if I'm Denver, if I'm not on the phone for Jaylen, and the pairing between Jaylen and Joker would work, because Joker's as good a passer and a big man as anybody, and he needs help as far as taking some of the weight of scoring off of his shoulders. Jaylen brings enough that he can replace 2 starters. I just don't know which 2 starters you would send. I know that if I'm Boston, Jamal Murray would be front and center, but there'd be other guys on that team that I'd be talking about and some draft picks. But if I'm Denver, I can't imagine waiting. Portland, it certainly seems to be high on the opportunity list, and that kind of fits the theory I have about Jaylen not really caring about a title, because the cost to Portland to bring Jaylen Brown might include Avdija, it might include future draft picks. They would effectively become a one-man team and hope to win 35 games and be pretty impressive in the fact that Jaylen might get 35 a night, but I don't see them going anywhere else. Toronto, the only reason I don't put Toronto high on this list is I do think if I'm Boston and the deals are similar, I'm sending him west. I don't want to have to play him 6 times. So I'm sending him as far away as I can. And if I can get him to Denver, if I can get him to Portland, I'd certainly make a deal, even if it might not be nearly as much talent. Now, it'd have to be close. But I would send him further west, because one thing I know about Jaylen Brown is that dude holds a grudge. Every time he came back to the Garden, he'd be eyeing 50. He'd be trying to put a burger on you, and I'd rather just see that once a year instead of 3 times a year. You know what I mean? So given where that goes, I think we will see a fundamental shift. And as a Spur fan, I hope this trade goes off early. I want to see if there's a team in the West that loads up that I might not be expecting, that a Denver team, so that I can act accordingly. Not that I need to react to what Denver does, but I do need to know if they're going to do that. So if I'm a Spur fan, or if I'm sitting in the front office, Brian Wright, waiting and watching the NBA ticker, I'm kind of hoping that Jaylen gets moved. And now I've seen the Spurs listed deep on that list, but that's not going to happen. That would involve way too much of our younger talent. What do you guys think? Where would you like to see Jaylen Brown go? The Brigade Bar is the perfect place for that as we get ready to end the show. Let us sound off, and we'll voice them out here in about 20 minutes. The Spurs sit just kind of, we got about $15 million that we know we've got. We've got this biannual exception that's got about $5 million in it that we know we've got. And we've got all these old guys' contracts that, are probably going to go away too. So the Spurs have a little bit of money, but not enough. It's kind of like we want to go get a nice car. We want to go get one with all the fancy stuff that will really help us, but I'm not sure we can afford everything we want. We can get real close. And the debate there has been, how much do you want to get with real close? Rui Hachimura kind of fits the bill if you're designing the guy you want. I think most of us say we need a power forward, swing forward. It can be either or. One that has a nice shot that will spread the floor. One that can defend 3 or 4 positions. And one that might not necessarily demand the ball in the paint, but is capable, if required, to score in there. But really their game would be more predicated downhill, starting far and getting close instead of starting close. And I think when you look at that, the obvious ones are Rui Hachimura, who is available and has a very much, I think, a Spurs-like mentality as far as how he plays the game. Then there's John Collins, the hyper-athletic dude that has kind of been in our orbit before, brings every bit of skill, but he is truly a merc. And I'll warn you, Spurs fans, I think Collins would be a very good fit as far as what he brings to the table. But we kind of accept or expect, I think it would be a better word, certain things from our players as fans. The way you act, the way you don't have to be out amongst the public, but you have to be rather gracious when you are. And you have to be kind of available, and we have to kind of feel like we're getting to know you. See, we never got to know LaMarcus. He was always here. We wanted to like him. He did everything right, but we never really got to know him. We never really got to know DeMar DeRozan. We liked him. We were glad he was here. He did all he could given the time he was with us, but he was just this passing kind of thing. And I think while John Collins would fall into that realm, the Richard Jeffersons of the past that came here to do a job that we really never really wanted you other than what you brought to the floor, I don't think Spurs fans would be overly happy with that. I don't think they would be happy with what John Collins brought to the rest of the entirety of what the Spurs are. Not the kind of guy that would fit. Rui Hachimura, if you don't know, as a Japanese by origin, was born there, spoke just about exclusive Japanese for much of his college career, not a real partier, and very much an international athlete, and is more important than anything else. In the playoffs, he seems to blossom. The bigger the moment, the better he plays. And I think he's one of those guys that in the playoffs, while his team didn't perform, he did, and he made a lot of money, or will make a lot of money. We just hope that we can get him in under the amount that we've got. And I'm not sure after what we saw with Isaiah Hartenstein that we'll be able to afford and go get that unless we give up some future opportunity. And I don't know, given the future, we have next year, if we're talking about number ones, we do have Atlanta's unprotected number one next year. Now, Atlanta's gotten significantly better, but we do have that to play with. And I would not be opposed to that being a part of any kind of package to go get a player of value. The draft to me is, for the foreseeable future, is going to be a peripheral, just fill the edges. We're not chasing stars anymore, and there's no need to spend a bunch of money on a draft pick in the top 25 or that we're going to have to pay that's not going to get to play much. So I think we're in the chase of late first rounds and two-way players for the foreseeable future, and all those number ones that we have all the way down the road. And next year's pick swaps are kind of crazy, but we do have a little bit to offer next year if we wanted to add things in. And I would not be surprised in the least if that Atlanta pick is involved in any kind of move we make, especially if it's or even more importantly, as I brought up earlier, Trey Murphy from New Orleans. Now, the Trey Murphy will involve several draft picks. It'll involve at least one player of merit, either an expiring contract or somebody else, or if you're just doing straight number swap, which I think is dumb if you're just trading one for another. Devin and Trey Murphy both make the same amount of money. They're both at $27 million. You can decide which of the two you like more. I think there's a good debate on either side. I think Devin has made leaps and bounds kind of jumps since, I would say, Christmas as far as his play in the playoffs was. We all have our own particular problems with the way things ended, but I think Devin on his own played a pretty damn good playoff all the way through, even if the entire team kind of dropped the ball in the finals. Even in those bad games, Devin played a pretty good playoff and showed that he's available and capable in moments that matter, whereas like Keldon did not. So when we look at moving those kind of guys, Devin for Trey Murphy might be superfluous because it's about the same guy. It's just about how those guys go about it. I think Trey Murphy has a few more tools in his box offensively, although Devin, I think over the last 6 months of the season, kind of proved his merit defensively far beyond what I thought he was going to be capable of doing. Again, we want to hear what you have to say, and the best way to do that is jump on the Brigade Bar. Give us a call, 656-3776. That's 656-ESPN. Coming back, we got to look toward Hollywood. We kind of look toward the West Coast, although I think the entire country continues to focus on Madison Square Garden for what appears to be a little get-together this weekend. We're looking at Hollywood next, but before we go, it's time for the Double Dong Challenge. Who's most likely to hit 2 home runs against the Guardians tonight? They got a lefty standing up. Does that affect your pick? Maybe Jake Young might be the guy, or maybe it's Corey Seager, whatever you want. Caller number 7 get to participate in our Double Dong Challenge. You pick your Ranger, who you think's going to hit a couple of dongers. We supply the tickets if you get it right. Get on the phone right now, 656-3776, 656-ESPN for your Double Dong Challenge payday. Get on the phones. Coming back, Eyes on Hollywood and Daily Lines. Don't go nowhere. This is San Antonio's Sports Star, and we got more for you. We'll be right back.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two, now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Soccer fans, you know the RuPub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. From World Cup to baseball to all the fights, get into the RuPub. And when you show up at the Ru, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The RuPub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Ru.
At the Institute for Functional Health, we are dedicated to helping you live life fully, playing with your kids, golfing, and feeling great without relying on pills. We're not about treating symptoms temporarily. We're about extending your health span, the years you live in good health. I'm Dr. Torres, and for over a decade, my team has transformed lives by tackling health issues at the root. Tired of medications without real answers? Take control of your health with us. Call 210-468-1891 for a free Discovery Day consultation or visit iffhealth.com. Improve your health span today.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Attention soccer fans. House of Cards and Collectibles on Vance Jackson has the 2026 Panini Prism FIFA Soccer Card Packs in stock. Pull cards from Mbappe, Messi, Kane, Bellingham, and many more. Find autographs and serial numbered cards randomly inserted. House of Cards and Collectibles also has FIFA World Cup sticker albums and packs. Come in today before they're all gone. House of Cards and Collectibles at 2105 Vance Jackson Road.
Heat up your 4th of July at the Home Depot with our wide variety of grills under $300 and make every gathering one to remember. Give your outdoor space a glow up, whatever your budget is, with savings on seasonal plants starting at $5. With the grill fired up and your backyard set to perfection, you'll be able to invite friends and family over to kick off the party. Start celebrating with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Prices may vary by store. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
My name is Erica. My son, Kason, is a patient at Shriners Children. My oldest called me and said, Kason got burnt. I said, how bad is it? He wouldn't answer me. Before we could see Kason, the trauma doctor came in and said he needs to go to Shriners.
To survive a burn injury and to return to life unafraid and full of joy and be who you're supposed to be is what we strive to deliver to our patients. His injury was a big injury, and I think a testament to the care that we provide. He's fully functional. He's riding his dirt bike, doing all of the things that you would want him to do. I can't think of another system that has the impact on pediatric patients that Shriners Children's does.
I wouldn't do anything else.
We're just so thankful that Kaysen is still here because things can change in the blink of an eye. Go online right now to loveshiners.org.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the World Cup, the knockout round began with a bang as Canada advanced to the round of 16 with a 1-0 win over South Africa. They did it late in the 95th minute. We have 3 games today: Brazil, Japan, Germany, Paraguay, and the Netherlands at Morocco. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle. On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, if you haven't gone to the YouTube channel, go. Like, listen, and share, all those things. We get graded on that. We certainly do appreciate you for doing that. Make sure you're subscribed to the story. Go to sasportstar.com for everything you need. Make sure you bookmark us and put us on speed dial, 656-3776, so you can sound off like you got a pair from the future. I'm Rob. AJ in the hole. He'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry, the family will get back together. He spent the week
he's tubing,
doing some Central Texas, those things that all those Euro stuff look at us and go, man, you guys live the best life. He's doing that right now.
Doing that right now.
You know that in, I believe it was, I think it was, it's not Vienna. I think it was in Switzerland where people, there's a river that runs through a town and they take the bus to work and then they go to this bridge and they jump off the bridge and then they ride the river home.
What?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
It's somewhere in Switzerland. I haven't actually been there, but I've seen it and it looked pretty cool. We always at this time of day look to the West, look to the entertainment part of the world because that's what we are. Did you go to the movie this weekend? The top grossing movies have been released this weekend. The obvious number one is Toy Story.
Oh, yeah, I got to take the grandkids to see that.
Yeah, please go, because I've seen every other one of these now. I hear this one's pretty good, but I want to be sure. This is one of those that, like Star Wars, I've been watching Toy Story for as long as I can remember.
For a long time.
I mean, since my kids were born, and I've got one that's turning 30. So this is one of those things that's you knew was going to be successful. It was just a matter of how good would the movie be, because you just got a license to print money when you do the Toy Story franchise, and they've got everybody back. They came in, let's see, well, number one was not Toy Story. Number one turned out to be Supergirl. And they debuted at number one, I think, but not nearly with the money that they were chasing. See what I'm trying to look at the money that they were coming in after. No, Toy Story came in at number one. I'm sorry. They hold on to number one. Supergirl was released, and they only made $68 million.
I'm not a fan of that.
No, that's not. I saw on Amazon Prime where the Superman version of this is now on Prime, the one with the dog that I think was the precursor to this one.
Okay.
And I haven't even seen that one.
No.
And I get the sense that the Superman thing might be played out for a while. I think we might have had enough of all the different Supermans over the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Am I wrong
like,
there?
Just like the Batmans. There's too many
It just feels like we're the guys wearing capes.
There's too many Spider-Mans.
Yeah, it's
like,
just we got that noir Spider-Man going on with on Prime with it's a series. You got this now. You got Supergirl out. You got 2 or 3 different Batmans floating around currently. I just think that's kind of gotten played out, and they probably made these movies right about the time when it happened. Obsession continues to roll consistently. They're still making money. They've made since their release almost $234 million. It only took $10 million to make. This is the story of the filmmaker gone great immediately. Jackass Best and Last is out. The fact that that's still a thing and people are still spending money to go see it is testament.
I don't think that'll ever get old. I don't think it will.
And now we're getting into this Disclosure Day movie.
Let me see.
The one that, the final in the Spielberg, I guess we're calling it, is it a trilogy or just a follow-up to
No, I don't think it would be a trilogy.
Close Encounters. But everybody I know that has gone to see this movie has left pissed. Now, some of them try to justify it. Well, this and that. But no one has liked this movie.
What does Rotten Tomatoes give it, an 80 or 90?
Let's see. I'm just looking at what they made. They fell 54% on their third weekend.
I kind of trust them.
They only made $8 million over the weekend. 17 days, they've made $94 million.
That's it?
Wow,
they're hurting.
And keeping in mind, I'm trying to find out how much money.
Oh, yeah, look, 80%. Rotten Tomatoes.
So at least it's got 80%, which is higher than I would have thought. What does the viewing public say? Is this 80% from the viewers or the reviewers?
That's Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb is 6.7 out of 10, and Fandango 70%.
Well, you would have to convince me pretty significantly to go now, because too many people that I respect their opinions don't like it.
Yeah, so if I'm at the box office, I'm getting Toy Story instead of this.
That seems to be the imminent thing,
Right.
but I think the entire world, what are we, about 2 weeks away from the Odyssey being released?
Oh, that's right.
I think that's going to end up being the thing that carries the movie business for the rest of the summer. There might be something else coming, but we're getting to about once you're to the middle of July, if you're at the middle of July, the summer blockbusters are out.
Yeah, that's it.
There might be one or two still coming, but Odyssey is obviously the cleanup batter for the movie business coming out next week, and I think that'll be the next time I go. Although, once you give me a positive review for Toy Story, I'll probably go hit that, or the Minions movie.
I haven't seen that in a minute.
Like to just go and imbibe an illegal hallucinogenic drug,
and then
go sit and watch the Minions for an hour and a half.
I don't think I could do that. Well, maybe I could. I don't know.
Dude.
It depends.
Depends
on how good it is.
That would be
how good the stuff
is. You know how they use shock therapy to bring people back. They go through.
Oh, yeah.
They get shocked and they come back and I feel better.
Yeah.
I think you get the same effect as if you go lick a toad and go watch the Minions. It'll be like a Native American in a sweatbox experience. You'll come back out better for it, but you're going to have to go through hell to get there.
Yeah, I was talking about taking the grandkids to see Toy Story. I might, anytime the Taylor Swift song is playing, I'll probably go to the restroom. I'm kind of mad at her still.
Why are you mad at Taylor?
For the Knicks.
I thought you were mad because she was getting married.
No, well, that too, but remember, I'm a Leo. I hold grudges, so.
Well, if there's some
it's
person
just the
that's
way
easy
it
to
is.
hate, I'm with you. You didn't need to give me one more reason not to appreciate her, and I know that I'm in the minority. Hey, we're going to roll the show and finish this thing up the right way. We got daily lines around the corner, and it's knockout round. It's all or nothing. We'll look at the games today and how you can make a little bit of money and point you in the right direction toward the Blitz. It's just around the corner. They're going to put a bow in the show next, so don't go nowhere. This is the Morning Huddle, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on the Blitz, the free agent period in the NBA is just about here.
Who are some players the Spurs should be targeting? We will dive into that.
Latest in the trade rumors as well. That's still going on.
Plus the World Cup.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like public works supervisor.
Hey, this waterman is under a ton of pressure. Did you ever fix it?
Yeah, 3 layers of duct tape. Wait, should I have added a 4th layer?
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
For 250 years, America has had a story to tell. And for over a century, radio has told it through triumph,
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
through challenge,
The White House announces Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor.
through change.
Congress passes the most sweeping civil rights bill ever to be
One thing has remained constant, the power of a voice. This 4th of July, we celebrate 250 years of America and the sound that has been there every step of the way.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
When we started Oakland Roots Sports Club, we needed a strong foundation. Gusto has had our back since day one, making sure every hire, every paycheck, and every player is taken care of. They're the team behind our team. With Gusto, we stay rooted and give Oakland the love it deserves. I'm Idris Argandawal, co-founder of Oakland Roots and Gusto customer since 2018.
See why 500,000 businesses trust Gusto for payroll, HR, and more. Get started for free at gusto.com/roots.
In the U.S., 1 in 5 children with cancer will not survive. But there is hope because of you. Help give them more birthdays, more moments, more tomorrows, because every child deserves a chance to grow up. Give them tomorrow. Support St. Jude today.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
When a child is struggling with their mental health, the adults around them can make all the difference. Parents, teachers, coaches, anyone who shows up in a child's life. Because in those tough moments, kids are looking to the grown-ups around them for support.
If you're at school having a bad day, you just don't want to do anything.
I just get these thoughts like, do better. All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed?
He's just in tears in the huddle. I was like, what's wrong? And he's just like, I'm just so frustrated, and I didn't know what to do.
None of my undergraduate studies talked about mental health.
Teachers need tons of help.
That's why the Kids Mental Health Foundation provides free expert-developed tools and resources to help adults support the kids they care about.
Having those resources is the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
Because when adults feel supported, kids do too. Kids Mental Health starts with us. Find free resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Future you wants to have fun on the 4th. So get set in one stop at Target's 4th of July sale. Get 40% off women's dresses, skirts, and shorts. And for the kiddos, shorts are 20% off. What's a celebration without something tasty? Frozen treats are BOGO 25% off. Plus, you save 30% on soda 12-packs when you buy 3. Have fun all weekend long. Shop Target's 4th of July sale. And Saturday, restrictions apply.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
We're burning for you. It's the Morning Huddle. And I'm a Blue Oyster Culter. It ain't pretty. It's about that time, though. Before we do the daily lines, and we're going to take you out the right way, there's a lot. Now, New York's got all the the GMs around the league have woke up. They've gotten to work. Shams Charania is saying that Draymond Green has opted out of his deal in Golden State. That in itself isn't a lot of newsworthy, but it appears that Golden State is looking to put together the Expendables for one last run. And it looks like Draymond has opted out as Golden State attempts to go get LeBron and also is looking at the Wizards and Anthony Davis. So there's a world out there, according to Shams Charania, where Golden State goes out and somehow gets LeBron to sign with whatever money he'll take or will whatever. And then they do something to extract Anthony Davis out of the Wizards organization so that the Golden State can put together, I don't know, the Mount Rushmore of the last 20 years basketball team. See if they can make a run against all these new young bucks. Can you imagine a team with Draymond, LeBron, Steph, Anthony Davis maybe? You want to talk about changing the calculus of the West? That's terrifying. Now, they might not ever be healthy at the same time, but that's one of those things that legitimately changes kind of the gravity of the Western Conference for sure, and then certainly the whole NBA. And then there is the likelihood, and I say likelihood, not just possibility, that Jaylen Brown also lands in the West, whether it be with Portland or Denver, or name another 2 or 3 teams that have been in this mix, where he lands also in the realm of the Spurs. So the next 24 hours are going to be pretty crazy for the Spurs. And I do think if we start seeing that kind of shift, I don't know how it affects what the Spurs are chasing. I don't think it affects it at all. But it does make the math and the calculus of getting to a world championship that much more difficult if you're now facing off against an old man super team in Golden State and a Jaylen Brown somewhere in the West as well. That certainly will affect the way that the season rolls out for good or bad. I cannot wait to see how this goes. And I want LeBron to land in Golden State. I'd love to see Steph and LeBron team up again. And Jimmy Butler's kind of a variable here because he's getting a whole bunch of money. I don't know how much they expect him to play. But even if he's there, I don't think they can move that deal. He just signed it. If he can get healthy as well, you add him to that crew? Come on now. The possibilities are endless. Maybe Steve Kerr will come out of retirement and put on a uniform too. They're all about his age. Let's make you some money. Let's do some daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Well, it's the knockout round that begins tonight. It's advance or go home. Brazil's trying to break a 25-year curse without a world title. They're taking on Japan. They're minus 140. That'll go off at noon. The Germans are playing the Paraguayans. I wonder if there's some old German names in Paraguay for a whole other reason. They're playing some of their kinfolk. Germany's a prohibitive favorite at minus 290. Paraguay is plus 825. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
$10 on the Paraguayans couldn't hurt. But you got to figure. And here is, I had to pick a favorite, a Sancha, after the Tartan Army was sent packing. It's down to the Norwegians and the rowing. Really cool.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I like that.
And then there's the Orange Army that is the Netherlands. And I'm a bandwagon jumper. I'll jump on the biggest crowd, and I think the biggest crowd left is the Netherlands. I thoroughly have enjoyed them. I want them to continue winning. They are a plus 130 today against Morocco, who's at a plus 250. That appears to be the best matchup of the afternoon. A draw is at plus 210, although how can we have a draw? Can we have a draw? We can't have a draw, can we? In the knockout round? I don't think we can. I think we have to. That's where your money should go. It looks like, I think that Morocco probably has the inside shot, but we need those Orange Army guys still around. We want Netherlands to stay so they can continue frequenting our Buc-ee's and ruining that institution. Around the rest of the baseball world, we already talked about the Rangers. They are in Cleveland. take on the Guardians, a game you can catch live right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Tyler Alexander up for the Rangers. Parker Messick up for the Guardians. Carter bringing his 1.03 whip to the parter. The Astros are hosting the Twins today in Houston. Let's see, who do we got up for the Twins? Debbie Matthews up for the Twins. Peter Lambert up for the Astros. He of the 6-4 record in the 3.28 ERA. If you are a golfer, it went down this morning. Did you see that Scheffler stepped up in the haze of the early morning, very quickly missed a putt, and Hovland took the Travelers Championship in what was like the WNBA long overtime. They finished it up this morning, and Hovland took the Travelers after we saw well, I didn't see him, and I'm not sure much did. Scheffler missed that putt early Monday morning. What a strange thing to do. I'd just had him put it out with flashlights. Just to wait to finish up that 19th. And yesterday was such a crazy day in sports. You had that. You had the Travelers go to Monday after a hard charge by Hovland. You had the 4 overtime game in the WNBA. You had the Canadians win the advancement to the round of 16 with a goal with 95 minutes in, which, by the way, we didn't get into it today because it's boring. But if you are paying attention to soccer and really are kind of in on it till the end of this thing and are still vague on the extra time and the injury time and how we don't know how these games end, The Athletic today has a really good article, the best I've seen it explained, as to how they're applied at the end of the game. Because quite frankly, it just seemed like the ref just decided, well, I think we got about 8 minutes left in us. Let's just keep going, and maybe I'll add 2 more after that. I hate that, but at least this gave me a pretty decent description as to why and how the nuts and bolts of this thing going down. I quite frankly don't understand. I'd be down for just the penalty kicks if we want to. Also, we have Wimbledon on their way. I'm watching the men play today. We got today on the women's side, Pagula taking on Sorbos Tormo. Pagula, what's her name, Jen? Is a minus 1,200 favorite, so that's prohibitive. Lots of other names I can't pronounce across Wimbledon in an event that, quite frankly, is going to be my audio and video sleeping pill for the afternoon, although the knockout round will get going. The Blitz is just around the corner, my friends, and I get the sense you're going to want to stay tuned to the Sports Star all day long if you can't keep your phone close to you, because I get the feeling that something pretty big's about to pop. Right? Because there's too much. It's like when you watch
background going on.
When you watch the weatherman and the weatherman goes, it's really rich outside. Something's about to happen. I get the sense that between the Jaylen Brown trade and now Draymond opting out of his deal, which means that LeBron, the spotlight is on him. If he lands, I wonder how that affects everybody else in the West. Do they need to go get a Jaylen Brown to get? So I get the sense there's 2 pretty significant dominoes that are going to fall, I would say, before sundown. I think it's all going to happen today, and we're the best place for you to tune to see it and hear it. On your way out, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. And if you're headed near an H-E-B and you see a jug of Red Diamond Sweet Tea, let me know. I'm now 4 days out, man. About to kick this habit. The habit of we'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one.